Bennington Show on Twitter for the link. The auction ends Wednesday, December 11th. He co-hosts the show with us. Previous winners have gotten pictures with Jennifer Lopez, met Gene Simmons, hung out with Steven Van Zandt, Paul Williams, and Jim Brewer. Hungerthon.org for more information, but it's a big part of this, what I like to call the Christmas season, not the holiday season.
Oh, you're taking it back.
I'm taking it back because we were 2 clicks away from calling this the holiday season. we saved Thanksgiving, and now we're off to save Christmas. And I understand New Year's Eve is
No.
Really?
Yeah, the liberals are after New Year's Eve.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're saying we should probably celebrate Chinese New Year instead.
Man, that's
they
what
just
they
want to
love.
take it away.
Bullshit.
Yeah, they love it. And they love the Ukraine. The House Intel report is out, and I don't know why they don't save this for prime time, but you know what I mean? I guess everybody's got their own way of doing
There's
stuff.
no sense of showbiz, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's another report what we just don't have the time to read with our busy schedules. And that's right. I say it like a British person. I say schedules, and I say color with a U. And I say garage. Remember when Bon Jovi remade Leave On and he put garage in there, and you're just like, oh, that feels weird.
It's a garage on the motorway.
Yeah, it's not a garage on the highway. But all that aside, I think the big story today, and I haven't seen this myself, but both Chris and Gail were just shouting to me about this as I came through the door, was a Peloton commercial. Is that the name of it? Peloton?
Yeah, Peloton, like the Peloton bike, which is basically a bike with an iPad glued on it, so that somebody is your instructor, and they're like, come on, Ron, you can do this.
Oh, they can see you.
They can see you.
Oh, I thought it was a big advancement when we just had the little dot that moved through the road. All right.
So, yeah, they can see you, and then they can encourage you to work out. And I think you can even join a class where there's, like, other little screens, and you can see, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a subscription service. You pay $40 a month on top of the actual.
That's all?
Yeah.
It's such a good deal.
Give me
I
two.
think the bike is only $3,000.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, is it really that much?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's something
it's-
like $2,000 or $3,000.
And you
I
need
think.
special shoes to the fucking
Why
ride
don't you get a
it.
real bike and ride around your neighborhood?
But then nobody can tell me. You're doing a great job, Gail. You're a beast. You're in beast mode right now, bitch. Thanks.
Bitch power. So this is for people who want to join a bike class but don't want to
Right,
take a bike over to the bike class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, spin class is cool. I get that it's inside, but I do have to leave my home.
No
All
thanks.
right, so this is blowing up everywhere. Everyone's commenting on this
Right, so-
on this commercial. I'm going to take a look at it now. It says the gift that gives back.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Now.
A Peloton? Give it up for our first time ride.
All right, first ride. I'm a little nervous, but excited. Let's do this. 5 days in a row. You surprised? I am. 6 a.m. Yay.
Rising with the sun.
That was totally worth it.
Let's go, Grace in Boston. 50 rides.
She just said my name. A year ago, I didn't realize how much this would change me. Thank you.
This holiday, give the gift of Peloton.
All right.
So right now the big debate is some people are like, I don't see anything weird about this, while others are saying, oh, yes, thin wife is pressured by her husband to lose weight.
Get thinner, fatty.
Who, by the way, does he even say anything throughout? He just glares at her.
I know. She's like, thanks for doing this.
roll
You
it-
really pushed me.
Roll it back without the without the sound on. So here's my first uncomfortable thing from the beginning. It's Christmas. She has her daughter with her, who looks like she's about 5, and this has nothing to do
No,
with her.
nothing. It's like she gets the first present.
Now, and you've also got a really good point that this would have worked better to have a fatter woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we could see in the course of a year you lost 20 pounds or whatever.
Right.
But her body doesn't change. at all. And
She's furiously
yeah.
looking stressed out.
Yeah, she looks like if I don't do this, my family will die. She has a very frightened look in her face.
I think what her nerves are is like, I don't want a divorce.
Honey! So they have this beautiful house,
Right.
beautiful living room, which
Yeah.
now has a bike in it.
Right.
doing
She
very
doesn't even
well.
have like a cellar, you know what I mean? Or a garage.
Here it's just blocking their lovely view.
Now, also, it looks like a Black Mirror episode. You know what I mean? Like the house itself with those windows and all the white
Yeah.
is
It
every
does,
episode
yes.
of Black Mirror.
It's like a near future.
Right, the near future where that if you don't ride your bike every day,
Yeah.
your husband
In
starts to-
showbiz, when you're pitching a movie,
Yeah.
they call it 5 minutes in the future.
Yeah. Like if she doesn't ride this bike, her husband's kidneys shut down. And this is used. I think they even did one where it wasn't used for energy or something.
Everyone had to ride a bike to get credits to live their
Right.
life in their weird cubes.
I like that there's something great about this. So she's kind of vlogging her experience, but she's directing it towards her husband, right? Like, you changed me.
Yeah.
And then he's just looking on like, I truly did, didn't I? I finally got the wife I deserved, a Peloton wife.
Now,
She was raw clay before I had her.
Now, I did not notice that. Yeah, all this stuff is some kind of an Instagram story, but she's talking to her husband, not ever to his fucking dumb face.
No, he's gone a lot.
She has to. It's easier for her to communicate this way. Then she sits on the couch and then makes him watch her vlog.
Yeah. He's doing that. She's riding her bike while he's snorting coke with prostitutes.
A lot of people were saying it on, calling it sexist, but I just feel like there's a lot to unpack. 'Cause sexism
There's
is
so
just the
much.
tip of the iceberg.
Also, he drops $3,000 on this Peloton bike, and she fucking gives him an Instagram story.
Well, we don't know. He might have gotten a fucking lock and key for her neck. We don't know what's going on there. So there's blowback.
Yeah, people are noticing that.
But is it fun blowback or people actually
no, I think it's
angry?
People
I
are
think
actually
it's,
pissed.
I think it's like angry, but it's more like, hey, this one commercial isn't the problem, but
Right.
we see a lot of commercials like this, and we just are like, that's what commercials are like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how quick before Chris Stanley does a parody of this for his betting? That's what our life has turned into.
You changed me, lockdown.
Looking manic and fucking sweating.
Dude, I'm watching the game last night, and the Vikings, they suddenly go down like by 17 points in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, I just write to all of us, the wheels are coming off, right? And then Chris starts to, attack the Vikings, and immediately they start coming back. And I'm looking at the TV, and I'm going, how could a jinx be real? I mean,
don't know.
this now really feels real.
It was 2 touchdowns in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
And the guy was 600 yards open somehow. Like he was open like a high school game.
How the fuck does that happen?
I don't know. It never does. Happened twice last night, actually.
Fucking ridiculous.
Stick with it, writes to us on Twitter. Nothing says, hey, honey, you're a fatty, like giving your significant other an exercise bike. Well, the truth is, like when you get an exercise bike and you're in a couple, it's because you've been like, I really think I want this exercise bike. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
don't spring an
No.
exercise bike or a gym membership on anyone. And you're just like, you know what? I want the exercise bike. Could that be my Christmas present this year? Is that crazy?
Yeah.
You don't just wake up and there's an exercise bike there, and then you look as frightened as this woman does. I'm really fucking scared. And then the weirdness of said my name. How many people are on this thing? And it's their job to say your name.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
wrote 50 times. They're going to read off that list.
You're fucking riding twice a day for a year. Eventually, they're gonna fucking get to you.
Well, first of all, why is she so scared to try this bike the first time?
Because it's frightening. It's a life changer. And she even up to this? Look at the 4 sides white.
I
You
know.
stop there.
She's crazy.
This actress is fucking just has one look, and that's fucking psycho.
Yeah, and when you really, when guys see a crazy woman, normally there's a sexual thing there. In this case, there's zero. You know what I mean?
No.
There's zero. And I mean, she's just, everything about her seems like a bad mom.
Oh,
You know what I
this,
mean?
This child is fucking neglected.
But she's
at best.
spending all her time just spinning away.
The husband's on Christmas morning. Bring the child down to see the Peloton. maybe we'll get a little kid Peloton for her too.
All right, Love It or Shove It says, is this where we pull our funds together to buy Chris a Peloton?
We thought you'd love it. Why'd you buy me this? Didn't you like that commercial?
Yeah, I like making fun of it. I don't. Oh, I got a shout out on it. Great. They said my name.
How many people are in these Peloton classes? Like, you know what I mean?
I think there's like a live class where the fucking like the dude
Yeah.
on the
Well, that's the only reason to do it, right?
like in the room with him. Like people go to like Peloton studios and people go to the studios to do the fucking classes with the dudes in person.
Well, where's that at?
I think it's in New York City.
Oh, great. You can go.
And then but everyone has a subscription service or watching it live.
And then I think you also have like Peloton on demand.
Yeah.
Where like they're not going to give you a shout out, but it's a pre-recorded class that you can set in.
Oh, I like that.
I
Yeah.
get pissed at every shout out that I heard though. It wasn't me.
I mean, you know, if a gym can hire somebody to run a class every hour, I know Peloton can.
Oh, yeah, they're
you
doing
know, they're
very
doing
well.
this worldwide.
Oh yeah.
But you know, the exercise bike has been around since the fucking 30s or something.
Yeah.
It's weird that you could make an exercise bike now. I remember when people start talking about spin class, I thought they were spinning around.
Me too.
I had no idea.
You know what I thought it was? You ever see the one where it's kind of like they're on like they're just swinging back and forth and kind of doing yoga moves on like these big scarves and flying around. I thought that was spin class because they do spin moves.
That
I don't know
seems
what
like a
that's
sex
either. But it's some sort of acrobatic yoga, and they're
Okay.
like in a sling and they're like flying around. And so I thought that was spin class. So I was like, I can't believe that's getting so popular.
Yeah, spinning.
People really love to spin around on these scarves.
Ridiculous. Well, good luck to Peloton, and I hope everybody gets a bike this year.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
hope everyone gets one for their wife.
Instead of getting a bike for their child so she can learn to, ride
Right.
and play with other kids.
Shut up, I'm using my Peloton.
This is Peloton time. If I miss my shout out, it's fucked.
Hey, Charles in New York.
Hey, I bought my wife a Peloton a couple of years ago, and she wasn't mad at all. She loves it. We all love it. It's actually an awesome piece of workout.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Talking to a crazy person.
She's part of the cult.
Crazy.
Do you get shout outs?
You know, I have not,
Oh,
but
see,
I'm not
it's,
mad about it.
see, it's something
Not
to
mad
work.
about it.
It's something to work towards.
Yeah.
Because I know that would motivate you, Chris.
Oh yeah. It's like please say my name,
Hey, please,
Peloton.
why won't you say anything to piss Stanley 69?
By the way, Charles that called was the last living yuppie. We haven't had one in many, many years.
I love it. My wife loves it. The entire family loves it.
We're Peloton people, and we're part of the Peloton brand.
Peloton defines us.
You know, if I could just get 10 more people to join Peloton, I get a shout out.
Use my code.
And then I'll finally be happy. You know what I mean?
Him.
Then I'll finally be able to rest at night.
All I had to do was buy 10 Pelotons, get a family member to buy 20 Pelotons.
I went back through my senior yearbook and just picked out people I think would use Pelotons. Hey, Bill, long time no here. Seems like I'm into a Peloton world, and I'd love to come over and talk to you about it. My whole family loves this Peloton. I picked it up for her, and she loves it now, too.
It's gonna change your life.
Yeah. We're meeting other couples and having sex with them. There is no future. There's no past. There's just the now. The Peloton now. I don't know whether the bike is good or not. We're not judging the bike, Charles. You and your wife may be very happy with your bike.
Yeah.
People like exercise equipment. What we're talking about is this commercial.
Pressuring this very thin woman to
has
nonstop Peloton.
Zero body change in a year's time.
But wouldn't a more effective commercial, let's say she was 20 pounds overweight, and she's like, thank God you got me a Peloton. Now I can feel better about myself.
Exactly.
Also, and it's not like something like a diet pill. Like, exercise does make you lose weight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not like,
So
hey,
do
we
diet
can't...
pills.
Right.
Quickly.
But I mean, like, there's certain rules with that where you can't say, like, oh, this 100% works, so they can't always show, like, the progress of somebody if they're faking it. But there's no way that you couldn't, you know, like, you will lose weight doing this.
Not only am I losing weight with this pill, I'm staying up all night long and painting the house, and I've started journaling. And I'm writing fantasy. I'm writing cosplay sets.
Hey, Matt in Boston.
I can't believe you guys aren't more freaked out about the fact that is the instructor watching you when you're on the Peloton? It's like 1984.
Well, everybody's already got their TV watching them. I think it was
Right.
the FBI said if you get a smart TV, people are just going to watch you as you're watching TV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck for? What do you want to do? Sit there and see me stare? And I'm going like this? Is that 4 nights in a row he popped corn? I mean, this guy's weird.
I mean, beyond even having the information of looking at you while you're doing it, I'm sure that it's linked up to your Fitbit, so they're getting your heart rate and everything about your body. They're getting all your stats.
But most of your shit is very boring anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what information are you really getting? What are you going to do? Blackmail somebody for jerking off?
Big deal.
I don't want my family to know.
We're all cam girls in this new world.
That's true. And even cam girls can't keep your interest going, and they're trying.
We're like cam girls, but without the Amazon wish list. You
No,
know what I mean?
exactly,
We're
yeah.
getting no bennies.
No bennies, no coins, nothing.
Hey, Tom in Boston.
What's going on, guys? All right, so I have a Peloton.
Uh-huh.
The instructors can't see you when you're doing a live class, but they see your stats. And, if you're doing good or if it's like a milestone ride, so like a 100th ride, you'll get a shout out. And people in the Peloton Facebook group get pissed when they don't get a shout out. It's pretty funny to see these people adults bitching that they didn't get a shout out for their 100th ride or 200th ride.
I really think they deserve one. They're paying $40 a month. I don't think it's too much to ask to get a shout out.
These instructors seem lazy.
All right, so we got a lot of Peloton kids out there.
I mean, there's a Peloton Nation out there that we didn't realize we're tapping into.
I didn't even know that they had a Facebook group, which is great for me. You know?
Yeah.
Because I can get Facebook on my phone. That way I can check in during the day.
I love that
connect.
because, it's not enough to just be thinking about Peloton when you're on your Peloton. You know what I mean? It's 24/7.
You want to be able to talk to people about your Peloton rides.
My problem is I ride less than everybody in my Facebook group. I try and I try. I just can't keep up with my Facebook group.
No wonder your husband bought you this bike.
There was a great weird story today out of course, Utah, which Utah is like the non-drinking Florida. You know what I mean? They're like Florida without crack.
Right.
So they were doing a Thanksgiving thing, and this 11-year-old boy said, "I'm thankful because my 2 dads are finally going to be able to adopt me this December," and his substitute teacher started screaming, "Why would you be thankful about that? That's a sin."
Oh, my God.
And he said that's nothing to be thankful for.
I think it was a she, not even a he. I mean,
Oh,
when we see somebody homophobic, we want to believe it's a man because that makes more sense. But when a woman
What's
is
wrong with
furious
her?
that a little boy is getting, I'm sure she's a Mormon. Now, by the way, if you look at this is up in the post. Go up to the picture, Chris. It's literally the most attractive dads in history.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
They look like, first of all, they look like Peloton dads. They look
They
very
are
fit.
Peloton dads.
They have
They
two.
look like they're on a bike together, as a matter of
They
fact.
look like they take care of themselves. They kind of look like they have a little money, like
Oh,
they probably
definitely.
Well,
travel.
dude, I got news for you. That V-neck T-shirt is expensive.
Yeah.
That is one of those T-shirts you go, man, this is so soft and nice. $175. Why? All right, I'm getting it anyway because I've already imagined myself wearing it.
So now imagine you're a kid in the like this is a good family to have. You're gonna do well for yourself.
Yeah,
I
want
would
for nothing.
imagine Christmas is a fruitful time of year for you.
And by the way, he's an orphan. You know what I mean? Like, who is he
Right.
to be saying?
Exactly.
But if anything, if I would have found out these are the two dads adopting me, I'm like, where in the money? Every time I tell Fez he's paranoid, another story like this pops out. You know what I mean? Because he's like, they're fucking coming for us. That's what this whole thing's about. I'm like, you're fine. Now I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to. Actually, I sent it to him just to get him, get the heart going a little. I'm his
yeah.
Peloton.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Here's a
need
shout out,
that.
Fez.
Here's your shout out. Stay low, brother. Stay low. Not Sam Cosby guilty. I have no idea what that name means. The last time Stanley was on a bike, he was almost got busted for being a pedo.
Yeah. That was terrible.
What happened there?
I been given a bike for Christmas, not a Peloton, analog bike, and I was riding it around in a park on Martin Luther King Day, and then a cop car drove into the park and asked me what I was doing there. And then I had, assuming I was like looking for kids or something, and then I had to let him know it's MLK Day, bro. There's no kids here today. All right, it's fucking school's
That's the
out.
only way you got away with it. Why were you riding around in the children's park?
I was
anyway?
location scouting.
For what?
No, I was. I had no place. It was a place with the most room to fucking ride around on. I didn't want to ride around on the fucking.
Because you're not an adult. You can't just ride down the street. You're
But,
saying.
yeah, and those little parks you could ride 20 feet, turn 20 feet, turn. It's like fucking riding a bike
You're
in prison.
learning to ride a bike.
Learning to ride with training wheels. Over here it's stick with it on Twitter says Earl's going to need a Peloton after he eats all those leftovers.
Nah.
Earl's going to present his pictures to us in a little bit, and you look like you're excited to do it, Earl.
I'm pretty confident about it. Yes.
Oh,
Really? I can't wait to see what leftovers for
love it.
70 people looks like.
Why don't you just relax, Chris? Instead of attacking him, why don't you get behind him like a good Peloton instructor?
I'm not a Peloton instructor. I'm not there yet.
Ron Bug says Earl would lie about how many people were in the class. I forgot that story about you riding around. Echo Warren says, how long before Leah Remedy is doing a docu-series about trying to quit her Peloton bicycle classes? They won't let her quit riding.
She's
Notice
so
you
tired.
haven't logged in a couple days. What's going on?
Big J, and I'm pretty sure that's not the same one, said, has anyone noticed how the wife in the commercial is a dead ringer for Olivia Munn? All the Olivias get me confused, so I can't say
Yeah.
for sure.
I think I know which one the Mun is. Sure.
Is that
Yeah.
the one
Same
that was
story.
with Aaron Rodgers?
No, that's
Olivia Wilde?
That's wait.
No,
I think it is. I think
is.
it was.
Yeah.
I need Vito for these kind of
Munn is, I
weird,
think,
yeah.
Vito knows this. He
Vito,
probably also
who are
has
the
a
Olivias?
Peloton.
All right, Olivia Wilde is the one who is with Jason Sudeikis right now. Olivia Munn is the one who used to date Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. Both those Olivias doing well for
They
themselves,
do
huh?
well. And yes, very similar look.
Maybe that is Olivia Munn.
Well, I think that's what they try to do is like
Right.
get a cheap person to look like somebody more famous. You know who could use this Peloton though? The Kardashians.
Vito, do you wish you had a Peloton bike? You seem like somebody who would like that.
They have them at my gym. And
What's the point of that?
because like I think it's still so you use it and then you're like, "Oh, I'd like to get this at my home."
What do they cost?
So it costs a few grand. It costs $3,000 to get the bike, the mat, the weights. You have to get special shoes.
Workout clothes,
and then you have to pay per month to use it. And then if you do go to the Chelsea location to take a live class, you also have to pay for that.
Oh, good. So, because I was worried I'd keep some money.
It's the lack of money that motivates me every day to use this thing. I got to get my dollar's worth.
There's also this thing called a mirror, which is like a mirror with a TV on it that shows you how to do workouts that you can pay for.
I've seen commercials. The first time I ever saw a commercial for the mirror, I thought that it was a joke. Or not even a joke, but you know how sometimes some of these dumb companies will be like, imagine what we can do in the future? And you're like, you don't have that now, right? Like, that's not a thing. And that's what I thought this was. I could not believe it was real.
What's it do for you?
So it's like you're in the mirror and then you're talking to the instructor, right?
The instructor's teaching you how to do stuff, and basically you can look at like.
How does she get in the mirror? Is this magic? This is another Black Mirror looking fucking commercial.
That's what
very
I
much
thought.
so,
When
yeah.
I saw it, I couldn't believe it was real. It's totally strange.
By the way, Fez just texted me. Thank you for my personal Peloton.
Good.
Got a little shout out from Stick with it said, I was giving a bike, not a Peloton. Yeah, like we couldn't tell, Peppy. People get rough on you sometimes.
You know, I've noticed that they like to attack me, Ron.
Why don't everybody just admit, despite the fact that you can't pick football games, you made a commercial better than a film student, a film graduate. Maybe.
Crushed it, really, Ron. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous what I was able to pull off.
I was surprised.
He just happened to be at an airport on a single day. I put effort into mine. Mine is art. His is a hacky piece of bullshit.
First of all, you're attacking me for my personal taste in commercials.
His just relies on cheap cinematography tricks.
I love it though.
Yeah,
you know,
it is good. and
That's
it's
what
very
gets
effective.
people talking and
Look,
caring.
I liked yours. Believe me, I liked yours. And then I saw Chris's, and I was very surprised.
It's blurry. It's blurry in multiple shots. He didn't even take the time to convert the video the right way.
It's we're ending 2019, and I can't for the life of me figure out what the film of the decade is. It might be Chris Stanley's kind of futuristic, but past. You know what I mean? It's like a future past.
Exactly.
It's what we thought the future would look like in the past, and that is an actual thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like Futureland picked out a future that we don't have, and yet that future still looks kind of cool to us.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of like,
Like the World's Fair future or whatever.
Yes,
Right,
exactly. Tomorrowland. I also just think of like that Googie design,
Right.
which is like that 1960s, supposed to be spacey.
Right. And yet at some point, it didn't happen.
No,
you know?
it sucks.
And that doesn't take away the idea, though. You know what I mean? Maybe it's happened in another universe. I believe in the multi universes.
Yeah.
How many you say?
How many?
3.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought there was a
Just
lot
3.
more.
Why call it multi if we're if
Well,
we know
3
it's
is a multiple. You have to
Yeah,
admit
it's
that.
true. I understand that, but
I mean, 2 would be dumb.
that would just be the double verse.
Yeah, that's just the upside down world. That's nothing.
Boring.
Boring.
I hate the upside down. It's too dusty.
Yeah.
And scary and dark.
I brought up Big J earlier. I'm going to be out tonight at 9:00, part of his new show, The Worst. Who's in it? Stavi Baby. And Yamanika Saunders, whose story will be better than mine because her life is way crazier than mine.
I love following her on Instagram. She has always the best stories and she cracks me up.
I like following her because I love to hear anyone say the N-word, and she will say it a lot about blacks and whites.
She drops it.
Now, last night was a very big night for Gail because she was able to show Juju Rudolph.
Yes. The first time that she got to see the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas special. And it was so, I mean, I was like, oh, this will be fun. And immediately, like, my eyes were welling up. I was like, it's weird what a touchstone those old Christmas specials are. Because they've been through generations now.
Right. I literally saw it when I was a kid when it came out, and, couldn't wait to show it to you guys. Now you can't wait to show it to Juju. It's really weird when you think about it. I don't know. Is there an American who's never seen the Rudolph Christmas special or the Charlie Brown Christmas special, the Grinch?
There's a lot of good ones.
Well, here's the weirdness of it. They all came within like 3 years of each other.
Yeah, they all.
And they're still here, and we don't have, like, if you even think about it, even like Pinocchio was kind of forgotten about because of Frozen and stuff like that. But none of these people have been able to make new cartoon Christmas specials that are more iconic. Like, a kid shouldn't even know Charlie Brown. There's not a fucking Sunday paper for him to see, let alone to see Peanuts. So when you really think about that, there's something very fucking crazy. Which one, by the way, is your favorite? Is it Rudolph? Is it the Grinch? I mean, I think Rudolph, the Grinch, and Charlie Brown are the top three.
They're probably the top three, and yet I would say I have two in mind that I'm always dueling of like which one is my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's probably one that you showed me, and that's Mr. Magoo's.
Yeah, that one has been forgotten about. You know what I mean?
And it's so good. The music is so good in it.
And by the way, that also probably came out around the same time. All right, I'm looking at this. The Charlie Brown Christmas came out in 1965. The Grinch came out in 1966. Rudolph came out in 1964. And those are still...
Yeah, the main ones.
Now, here's another one. 1970, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
It's one of my favorites.
Frosty the Snowman is 69. This stuff seems to run right along with classic rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these fucking came together by the Beatles during the span of the Beatles' entire career.
Yeah. That's in those years we perfected the Christmas special. We didn't really need to add much more.
I think they try though, don't they?
I think they do, yeah.
But nobody can fit in there.
Yeah, because I remember like Drew Barrymore had one a few years ago that went nowhere. There was like Olive the Other Reindeer, and like every few years they try to promote the shit out of a new special, and it just goes away after the year it premieres.
Yeah. Frosty the Snowman was the one that I was addicted to. I was obsessed with Frosty the Snowman as a child.
And that had all of these things are a little bit scary for children. I mean, there was a very mean magician in that
Very
one.
mean. And him melting, he melts into the puddle and she's sobbing.
Yeah, she can't
over
fucking
him.
believe it. She's just
It's
crushed.
really devastating.
Yeah, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Now, Charlie Brown easily has the best music, though.
By
I mean,
far,
it's
yeah.
that kind of cocktail jazz that
It's a very sophisticated
It's-
Christmas for children.
it's sophisticated and somewhat sexy of a sound.
Well, that's Schroeder
heartbreaking.
for you, you know? That's his style.
He's got his own way of being.
You know, something that really was strange to me last night watching Rudolph, and I hadn't watched it for years. Santa Claus is such a dick. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, he's the worst.
He was so shitty. I mean, we all know Rudolph is a story of bullying, right? That's
Oh, yeah.
the whole point of the story. The biggest bullies of the story is his own father and Santa Claus.
Well,
I mean, they're terrible to him.
You got to understand, his own father was a coach. And, he wanted to be as demanding on Rudolph as he was the other
Yeah.
deer. Well, you have that, but also remember that Herbie's boss was an asshole,
Yes.
too. But if you if you look back at it, Santa Claus rained shit down on those bullies, and
Yeah.
then those bullies rained extra shit.
Yes, exactly. The elf boss was so stressed out.
Yeah, you
that
couldn't believe it.
I mean, the introduction to him is that he's like, "We wrote you this new elf song," and they all sing it, and Santa's just like, "This is crap," and like walks out of the room.
But do you remember why? Because fucking Herbie didn't show up to sing his part. He was doing dental work.
Yeah. They were missing in the tenor section.
Herbie doesn't want to make toys. He was just fucking losing his shit, like he was about to have a heart attack any second. Do you know what fucking kind of shit Santa's gonna give me about this?
Santa was so mean. So you remember that Rudolph they try to cover his nose when he's at reindeer tryouts. So like they put a little cover on his nose.
Yeah.
And then eventually the cover falls off and he's exposed.
The freak,
and
yeah.
the other children laugh at him. And then, Donner, his dad, is really upset. And Santa turns to Donner and he's like, Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself. Shame.
Donner, you got a disabled child. What is wrong with your sperm?
So weird.
And
He
Hey,
comes
here's
to
the other
his
thing that
birth.
here's the other thing that fucking weirded me out. What was Santa married to a Swedish woman?
Eat, Papa, eat.
Eat, Papa, eat. In my country, men eat. Don't we have a cream puff place that's kind of ripped that
Beard
off?
Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beard Papa.
Beard Papa.
Beard.
Hey, Tom in Connecticut.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I mean, I like it, but it's like we were talking about the greatest bands of all time, and you bring up John Mellencamp. You know what I mean? Like we all agree
Paul
that
Williams
he's good, but
Paul
he's not in the top 3.
Right.
You know?
I remember this. I think I've only seen it like once or twice as a kid.
Well, the thing is, the villains there, the River Bottom Nightmare Band, are way better than his stupid jug band.
Right.
It's also a really depressing one. I'll give you another one that used to be scary to me when I was a kid. Was the Little Drummer Boy. And one of the reasons why he was very sad, and they painted a smile on his face. Very much like the Joker. And I remember just fucking having shivers going
My
through me.
God, I think I forgot that. That's really creepy.
Yeah. It was a creepy thing. I also didn't like the idea of someone drumming next to a newborn baby. I just feel like,
Yeah, too close.
yeah, it's just way too close.
There was something very weird. This same kind of look as Santa Claus is coming to town. This particular type of stop motion, but with dolls,
Yeah.
It's very weird looking.
Here's the other thing I don't like. It's a biblical story that's not in the Bible. There's no little drummer boy in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let us all turn to the story of the little drummer boy. A boy who had no presents started beating a fucking drum next to the baby's head.
I felt like the Little Drummer Boy was the prime pageant position.
Yeah.
Because, like, I played
yeah.
Little Drummer Boy once, and I played Joseph once, and I enjoyed my time as Drummer Boy way more.
Yeah, I think for the boys, they always want to be. That's like the desired role for the little boys.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I think Joseph is a great biblical character.
Yeah.
A guy who, his friends were talking about it and shit, and he was like, nope, I'm staying. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not my baby, but I'm going to raise him like my own. I'm going to teach him how to be a carpenter. It's a very, very sweet story. And then he had to believe her that God impregnated her, and he chose to.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would use the word cuck. I do not. I think hero is a better term.
But
for
if
him.
you're gonna be cucked by God, I suppose.
Yeah.
But for girls, for the pageant, it's marry or bust.
Yeah.
I mean, we're really gunning for one role here. You don't want to just be one of like 7 other angels on the
I know
stage.
this
It's
might
not
sound
great.
blasphemous, but she's always been my very favorite in the whole Bible.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Born without sin.
Immaculate conception. She's
Yes.
the immaculate conception,
Right.
not Jesus being conceived.
Right.
She is actually pure.
Yeah. She's purer than Jesus because you know that he got really mad at the money makers and all that kind of shit. I
Yeah.
mean, he lost
He had
his
a temper.
Yeah,
He
he had
really
a temper
did.
and he didn't really treat women all that well.
I always thought he was kind of sassy to marry in his older years.
Men
you know?
always are. Men are always, have this little grudge they hold against their mom, even mama's boys.
There's a couple stories where, like, you hear he's really giving her lip.
He's
I
like,
don't care
shut
for it.
up, woman.
Yeah, when she suggests things.
Yeah.
There was one time that I think they were at a wedding, and she was like, "Hey, why don't you do that? Like the bread thing and the wine, because they're running out of stuff. It'd be really helpful."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "I'll use my superpowers when I see fit, mother." Don't speak to me that way, woman. And then he turned around and did it, I think.
Yeah, he did.
He
it.
didn't even give her credit. Like, this was really my mom's idea for me to use my superpowers at your wedding.
Yeah, I just think it is fascinating that all these things basically took place same time as the NASA program. And it's like we never got better or we never got bigger, or is being first one of those things where you're Chuck Berry now? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with Christmas songs. Like, we all prefer the originals, and then we let Mariah Carey have one. That's pretty much it. You know, we
Yeah,
don't
but
like
she's
it.
moved to the top of the pops.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
She's the #1 Christmas song now, by far. And weirdly, like if I'm walking through Rockefeller Plaza and I hear it, I'm like, this is fucking great.
I don't know why I'm not sick of it.
No.
I mean, I enjoy hearing that song.
Yeah.
I like Salvation Army guys doing little dance routines to it outside.
Hate it.
Really? I like
Have
hearing.
a fucking trumpet. Where did you go? Now you're just fucking Dancing with the Stars karaoke, pretending you're singing. I like an old-fashioned, oh, we got a sad trumpet out here. Give us some money. You know, that was that is what this fucking city was about. That's like saying, oh, I like the new sign for Radio City. You know, I'm glad they redid the stage. Now we can get laser light shows in there.
In my household, the California Raisins Christmas special was always on every year.
I got to tell you the truth. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It was claymation as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
think
yeah,
it was actual human
course.
beings, Chris. That
We
would've
didn't
been
think they were
really
real
weird.
life raisins. Hey, Lewis in Manhattan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I think they made that Santa Claus is coming to town. I think they made that just to redeem Santa Claus because he was such a dick.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really solid dude in that one.
He is good. You got Mickey Rooney playing the voice, and he was kind of a handsome ginger when he was
Yeah,
younger.
he
You know, the
was.
rare handsome ginger.
And then you could see how hot Mrs. Claus was.
Yeah.
Whoa, smoke
yeah, yeah.
show.
And then she got fat, and you know what I mean, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Get her a Peloton.
No.
But what I was going to say was, have you guys ever seen the Matt TV parody of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? They have two of them. There's Raging Rudolph, and then there's Raging Rudolph 2. But I think the first one is the best. You don't need to watch the second one.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I've not heard it.
No, me neither. I don't like parody. I've explained that to Chris Stanley many times.
Fuck. Why can't I listen?
Pull up Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus is coming to town.
In her
She-
teacher phase,
Yeah, when she was a teacher.
when she wore
exactly.
gray outfits and really downplayed her beauty.
Was this like a first crush situation for
Yeah,
you?
100%.
She was so pretty.
The sad thing is they couldn't have their own children, so I guess they had the children of the world.
Oh, there she is. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she's hot.
She's really stunning.
Yeah, she's not.
I mean, look with her when she puts her hair down too. Really, really good looking.
I kind of like with the hair up more.
Yeah.
The puppets on those specials were really hot. I just want to like, in the other one with the heat the year without a Santa Claus. I feel
Oh,
like
that's
there was
the Heat Miser?
the heat miser and the
That's
snow
a good
miser.
one.
Yeah.
There was a hot puppet in that one because I remember the main person was a girl.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, I mean, everybody likes a little eye candy. It doesn't really matter.
It's true.
Even if it's puppetry.
I've liked hot animated characters, but I never really thought about hot puppets.
You've got
Hot
a-
Puppets is the name of my new band, dude.
Sign me up.
Sign you up for what? A band?
Tickets?
what
It's
do you
not
ask
a
to be?
school band where you can sign up to be in it.
Are you asking to be put on the list? I mean, what is this, Chris?
You know the Rudolph special that you were bringing up back in the 80s? Eddie Brill did a fucking bit about that entire special from beginning to end. And at one point he said he was so mad that Rudolph would guide the sleigh because he wanted Rudolph to say, hey, fuck you, Santa. You've been dogging me for so long. Now I'm supposed to pull you out of this jam? I remember saying it. I'm going like this. I'm going to be a fan of this fucking dude forever.
Oh,
Because
my
it was
God.
everything that we said as little kids,
Yeah.
but never expressed as adults.
And the thing is, too, when Santa comes to terms with it, he's still being mean. Like, he's just like, yeah, I just wish there was a way. Rudolph, turn that nose off. Can you just... Wait a second, I
Yeah.
can use you. I mean, what an asshole.
Yeah, now all of a sudden you're fucking digging them.
There's also some light sexism throughout as well. There's a couple of different moments where they're just like, let's get the women out of here. It's dangerous. And then, like, at one point, this woman's, her son is gone. He's run away because everyone teased him so. And she wants to go out looking for him. And he's like, this is man's work. She's like, my son's missing.
You can possibly find
By
it.
the way, I was always sorry for the Island of Misfit Toys, too. That made me
Yeah,
sad.
that was sad.
I remember crying. That's about when Juju fell asleep. I think
Good for her. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Fez did that thing where he recast it with comics.
Mm-hmm.
He did it a couple years ago, and they put that back up on the iBank.
Oh, nice.
But Chris can never find anything on the iBank.
Mm-mm.
It's always fun to
I know. I like
see
watching
what kind
him.
of struggle this is going to be. To see people fucking hack into banks faster than he
And
can
he
pull
was
out.
supposed to have built a computer.
Right.
I just don't really believe
Long
it.
time ago.
Wasn't
He
one of the
built this computer with rock and roll.
Wasn't one of the Misfit toys just a polka dotted elephant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a misfit. Like the other ones have defects, and she's
What was
just.
wrong with the doll?
Did you put in Fez Watley in there?
I didn't.
Well, why wouldn't you? Fez Watley recast the Rudolph special.
Hey, Chris in Long Island.
Hey, Gail.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
I love the show.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
just wanted to bring up Santa Claus is coming to town. There's a point when young Mrs. Claus, when she's the hot school teacher, and she's going into one of her songs, and she's at the town fountain, and it starts to turn into like a weird acid trip because it goes from stop motion photography into like full animation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
I had to explain that to my daughter. She was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Well, it was the 70s, sweetie."
Yeah, it was the weird 70s, and we were all doing some kind of hallucinogens.
Thanks, Chris. Hey, Jay in Texas.
Hey guys, this Thanksgiving, like, we were talking about specials with my girl's family, and I got to thinking, like, Rudolph is sort of a metaphor for the way America treats immigrants and stuff like that, because, like, Santa doesn't like him. It's like, well, you're going to be on my team, and then the snowstorm shows up, and he's like, oh, I was talking shit before, but I need you. It's like World War II with Puerto Ricans or Italians and Irishmen, even. So,
Jay, you're just reaching, dude. I mean, it's just a fucking little Christmas story for kids. It's nothing. We don't put fake noses on the immigrants.
It's about bullying. I mean, that's really what it's about.
All right, let's take a look to see how Fez booked this thing into live action. All right, for Sam the Snowman, he put Stavi Baby there.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly sad picture of Stavi with very loose tits. I mean, that's just fat. You know what I mean? That's just let's put the fat guy in the fat role. It's always hurtful. Santa Claus, he has his Dave Letterman because he has a beard. Ironic, no, the Fez is Santa Claus. Mrs. Claus, Bonnie McFarlane. Let's keep going. The Elf Foreman, Louis C.K.
Dated.
Oh, yeah, it is dated. Very telling about Fez, though. Hermie the Elf is Pete Davidson, and Pete all over the news now for saying that he's going to, if you give out even a review of his show, you're sued for $1 million.
Wonder how they came up with that number. 1 million.
I will tell you this, for everybody saying he's crazy, he can't. Look at the fucking advertising that he's got for himself.
I know. That's true. Everybody's talking about it.
And I'm certainly waiting for the first person, I'm going to guess a lawyer, who's going to write a joke online to fucking prove that you can't sue me for $1 million. And then he'll help bill his personal brand that way. All right, what's the next one?
Clarice the reindeer.
Oh, boy.
Mateo.
This Mateo Lane. I don't know if you could do that in this time that we live in.
Fireball the reindeer.
It's a
Jay
short.
Moore.
Jay Moore is a very short role.
Yeah.
It's important though.
But Jay doesn't treat it that way. You know what I mean? Jay's going to come in like he's the starring role.
Yukon Cornelius.
Dan St. Germain, which
Yeah.
I guess this is very exciting for him to be booked in the same thing as Letterman. It's
Yeah.
going to be pretty nice.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
The beard is taking him far.
The abdominal snow monster.
Lewis Black.
I get that.
Charlie in the Box.
Howie Mandel. I'm just kind of excited to see how many of these people have been unmasked now
I
since
know.
this has happened.
The elephant with polka dots.
Our own Bert Kreischer. Another unmasked.
The king of the Island of Misfits toys.
Big J.
I've always loved King Moonracer. Very cool.
But
cool vibes.
he had to stay there by himself too. That made me sad.
Yeah. Also, like King Moonracer is like, no, you can't stay here. It's for toys only. You can bunk overnight. It's just like a weird thing.
Yeah, I
it's like,
know.
why can't I just say a couple nights? Just one night? That's it?
You're the king. It's up to you what you do. Don't act like you're.
And then he's just like, take them to their quarters. Strange. But tough but fair, King Moonracer.
And then finally Rudolph.
It's Artie Lang.
Back when he had a red nose.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is really dated, like
It
you
is.
said.
Hey, JT in Salt Lake.
Hey, I think we're forgetting about the greatest holiday special ever made, the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Now, that was the Light Day special? Where it was like the Chewbacca.
And they only
like,
aired it once, I think.
Is that the one?
Yep.
JT's just being the ironic nerd. You know what I mean?
Got it.
He doesn't mean that for a
Love
second.
it. There was a Wookiee family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they spoke Wookiee for 40 minutes. Thing only shown once and then was put away, but the fucking internet has
They love
YouTubed
it.
it. Yeah.
Hey, Dan in Rochester.
Hey, Gal. Hey, Ron.
What's up?
Hey, Frosty the Snowman, I was always worried that the little girl was going to get molested by the creepy magician.
There was vibes of that. I would agree.
There were vibes, and they had her running around in a miniskirt. They would have blamed her for dressing that way.
You were much more of an advanced child than I was. I didn't think sexual assault could take place.
There's something weird, though, about him trying to abduct her. It was a very strange thing.
Oh, it's just a cute cartoon.
Mm-mm.
I was on his side.
He had a cool voice. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
And a cool mustache.
I think he had to go to Hans Gruber where, we got another fucking villain that good. All right, we're going to break here. When we come back, I guess Earl is going to show up Chris Stanley.
Can't wait to see it.
For proving that Earl's Thanksgiving went as poorly as he said. Make sure you check out Charity Bud's auction. And the new shirts are out, everybody. The new shirts are out. Check out iBang Shop, not iBand Shop. iBangShop.com. But I wanted to talk to you something, Gail.
Yeah.
This Christmas, I think everybody should get Dish.
Dish Network has just developed the new Dish voice remote. And now that it's got Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word, and the remote does the rest. It's awesome.
Want to know a backup quarterback stats? Just ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say Game Finder. You can even turn down the thermostat if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line.
The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, this remote has no problem. The Dish voice remote with Google Assistant, your TV, and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish, tuned into you.
Voice functionality requires internet-connected hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH or visit dish.com or find a local retailer near you.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show. Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103, The Bennington Show.
Bennington is back, and you can bid on a chance to co-host with us on the Bennington Show. Thanks to Why Hunger, Hungerthon, and Charity Buzz. Just go to Bennington Show on Twitter and get the link. It's so much fun. We always love having the Charity Buzz winner.
Yeah, matter of fact, some of the shows are ripping us off now and having co-hosts.
Really?
They used to say you can come in and watch. What's more exciting than watching two people talk and take phone calls?
It's cool because you can sit behind them and just stare at their backs while they talk.
Carl from St. Louis, you're on the air. What's your beef with the government right now? We're talking about the fat cats down in Washington.
Caller?
I was watching the game last night, and it was an exciting game, not exactly a great game. There was, a lot of weakness, but it's fun when it comes down to the end. But I started thinking, I really can't definitively say who I think is going to win the Super Bowl or even be in the Super Bowl. And that's way different than most years. Most years, we're pretty sure it's the
You
Patriots.
think it's like kind of an open field? Like there's a lot of people who...
I would make the case that there's at least 8 teams that I wouldn't be surprised if they won, and 10 teams that I wouldn't be surprised if they're in.
Really?
I thought that the Ravens, from the week before, were going to kind of run away with it, but after the Niners played them close in their house, I'm going to go, okay, I still think they're going to the Super Bowl, but would I be shocked if they didn't win the Super Bowl? No. I'd take the Ravens, the Niners, I would take the Saints, Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Still not going to be shocked if the Patriots win the Super Bowl because I think they have a coach that can correct things. Chris disagrees with me, but the Vikings are a really good team, and they've stayed at that level and have been a play or two out of this for like 3 years. So I'm not going to be shocked there. Packers, of course. You got Aaron Rodgers. Chiefs. Again, they've had some rough spots, but if their quarterback's getting healthier every week. And then I'm going to say the Texans and Bills have a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 fucking teams.
Yeah, it's a pretty big field. I don't have full faith in the Texans, and I don't know, the Patriots the last 2 weeks have fucking looked really bad.
But we still got 5 weeks to go.
Yeah.
And you got a coach who can suddenly invent a running game or something like that. So you're an idiot if you're acting like the Patriots are out of it. They're certainly in trouble.
Yeah.
But we're not at the end of the season.
Belichick is the king of adjustments. He'll figure out a way. Did you mention the Saints?
Yes, I did.
The Saints. Okay.
Should I mention them again?
No, I'm
the New Orleans Saints. No, I mean, the Saints are a really good team. All of these are really good teams, but I don't think we have a classic team that's going to go down in history. And some years you get that where you go, no one is stopping this team.
Every team has that look.
Yeah.
And there's a look like that. I think the 85 Bears, you were like, this is a juggernaut. You just knew it from week one. This year, I'm like, no one is emerging from they got that look. I don't
know. The Ravens looked pretty fucking amazing. And the game that I'm bitching about, they won. You know what I mean? The Ravens look amazing. Seattle fucking is amazing. San Francisco. I mean, if anybody thinks they have a weakness. It's at quarterback, and that was the guy they were all excited to get.
Yeah, they all loved Garoppolo. I mean, the Bills have been looking really good. And they have a
The
good
Bills,
record.
the Bills, and even the Texans are where I would put the old New York Giants when the years that they made their run. If they make their run at the right moment, which is true anyway, But I know you don't believe in the Vikings, but that has been a very consistent team for years.
And they've been in every single. They don't get wiped out. You know what I mean? They don't.
Even when they were getting wiped out, they come back.
Yeah, I mean, like last night, they were. You can almost phone that game in, and yet they were possession or two away from winning that game.
One possession.
I have little faith in the Chiefs making it to the Super Bowl. I know they're going to make it to the playoffs, but I think they're just going to get fucking knocked out by the Ravens before they even fucking get it close. Like, I really think like their defense is just fucking too shitty.
No, it's gotten better.
It's gotten better, but it's still bad. And fucking Mahomes is
By
fucked
the way,
up.
you're one win out of 15 fucking guesses the last 5 weeks.
I understand
you're
that,
the
Ryan.
worst
Yeah, it seems
person
like he shouldn't be
that
in there.
anyone you don't. But
Yeah.
you're still confident and saying someone else sucks.
Yes,
you
I
should
am.
start this with like I suck, and quite frankly, I'm worried I'm a jinx.
Here's like what I think is strange. Like for me, I don't weigh in on this because
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, I don't know
Yeah.
enough that I could say. Like I've heard a lot about the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like the Packers seem to be doing, but then he has the confidence,
Right,
to
that's the
give
difference.
his opinion
Yeah.
when clearly he knows as much, if not far less, than I do.
I bring this up on stage. I call it the white man's confidence.
Yes.
And it's a thing that brings a feeling of safety to the people that we say dumb things to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So for me, I'm like, oh, this is something the men are discussing, and I don't want to weigh in, even if I have the answer. I have that. That's that's there always for me.
You know
and
what?
then you're like, clearly, it's gonna be like this.
Gail, this is what you don't understand. You are petite, you're bright-eyed, you got a fun laugh. You could easily be one of those ESPN girls who's always mixing it up like, what's going on right now with Belichick? Belichick, you were such a stud, now you're an a-hole. Everybody loves those girls.
Yeah, they do.
They don't really get to host the show, but
No.
they show up and do stuff and I think make big money.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I was watching on Sunday. I don't know if it's more so now versus another time, but are they saying football more often? You got to win football games. That's the thing when you this with the football, and that's in the National
like-
Football League.
I think we've said football
But it's-
a lot. We
but
like saying it.
But it's like a lot.
Fun.
Yeah.
There's like something about that. Who was it? Rondé? Who
Rondé
was
Barber,
on,
yeah.
on Sunday? Was
Yeah.
like doing the Eagles game. I mean, he must have said football 1,000 times.
Rondé's stupid. Not as dumb as his brother, but he's not a smart man. And last night, you just got to hear Booger for saying the obvious over
It's
and over.
fucking outrageous how fucking bad Booger is.
I want to keep him, though, because I know the next guy's going to be worse.
Was he saying things like, "You're going to need football touchdowns in this football game"?
He's not
You're gonna
that far
take
off.
It's essentially that is what
Yeah,
he's saying.
he's
saying
not
shit
that
like,
far off.
I think he said it's a first down league in a week or two ago, where you need
Yeah.
first downs to win the game.
Oh, I love when they say league too. Like they're like, "You got to score touchdowns in this league." Like, oh, just this league? Do you? All right, got
Just
it.
this one. The
Hey,
key to success.
look who we've got is Harry Danny.
Yeah. Hey.
Danny.
All right, so all of those teams, amazingly great chance to make it. Who out of those teams, Mr. Bennington, has the best defense? Because defense travels, and defense wins the game.
Football games.
Well, the Ravens have to be in there. The Niners have to be into that
Bills.
mix.
Yeah, that's and you know what? The Bills scare me because that defense looks really good all the time. They're like,
Johnny, don't be scared. Be amused. You're not playing them. You're working out like you are, but you don't need to be scared.
I'm literally watching the game petrified. That does not happen. And I also do like Baltimore defensively as well. And it's just, but I know right now Bill Belichick is sitting there scheming at a way this far out. He's still scheming a way to beat Lamar Jackson in a playoff game. Because
I literally said 10 teams that I would not be surprised to be in the fucking Super Bowl. Now, somebody's going to shit the bed. Somebody's going to play a lot better than they've played up to this point. We don't know. But that's the fucking point. Like, you could pick any. I mean, I still think probably if you had to have an even bet, you're going to take Ravens and Niners and repeat that Super Bowl. But both of them may not get in.
Yeah, it can happen.
But it's definitely they want parity, but unfortunately, there's 10 teams, right, that are really good. There's so many shitty teams.
Terrible
The
teams.
ones I root for are the Giants are unfucking watchable at this point. I can't we talked about at least last year when they were bad. At least Saquon Barkley was fun to watch.
Right.
He's not fun to watch. Nothing about the Giants is fun to watch anymore. And it's just there's so many between them, Cincinnati. They're just such bad teams. Everybody had these high hopes for Cleveland. I mean, they had their own radio channel on Sirius. Had their own Cleveland Browns radio channel. And they were
Guess what? Chris Stanley was fucking flying the flag all year. He jinxed them.
I bought into that fucking Browns hype fucking so hard, and I feel so stupid for it.
You bought into Johnny football hype. It doesn't matter what the hype is, you're on it.
I jump on any hype train that comes by me, Ron.
Right now, it's Baby Yoda. It could go all the fucking way.
So cute.
Yeah.
Fucking
Baby
adorable.
Yoda on a Peloton would make Chris Stanley just jizz all over this fucking room.
That's a good meme.
So you're picking the
Sipping
Bills,
soup.
Johnny.
Ew. I do think that more people talk about Johnny football when everyone mocks his flag planting during celebrations than actually him playing quarterback.
Yeah,
It's
all fucking.
he's just
Yeah.
known for being a douchebag lately. And you say the Vikings, but they have one problem: Kirk Cousins. He's still Kirk Cousins.
I'm telling you, if you watch that guy this year, he's fucking good. He hasn't won the big game.
No.
But do you know how many quarterbacks we've said that? All of them until they win it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he could win it. He's
in
good.
there.
He's got the stud wide receiver, the really good running back around him. Their defense plays well. They're fast. It could really. Your 10 teams might. I hate to think about it. The Cowboys could somehow still squeak by. I hate it, but
Well, that's too much now. I mean, that's a
Well, they
terrible team.
Crazy.
someone from the NFC East has to make the playoffs.
I know, but we know that, but it doesn't mean they're going to make
And
a
they
run.
will be eliminated in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, shit. They're going all the way. Why can't you shut
I
up?
should preface that with I'm a loser and I think I'm a jinx.
Thank you. That's better. By the way, you can't post-preface something. All right, Johnny.
Bye, Jenny.
Johnny just wants all the options out there. I wanted him to make a fucking strong pick. He wouldn't do it.
Hey, Kyle in Illinois. What's up, Kyle?
Gail, you're dead on. It's so much football moves. And did he make a football play before fumbling? Fuck off.
It's nonstop.
They do say, all right, they do. They have added that. That's a football play. Football. But I haven't noticed this. I feel like they've said it a lot forever. But, perhaps they're wrong. The dictionary finds a new word every year. Maybe this year it's football.
This they've picked the word of 2019 officially because every year dictionary.com I think picks like what the word is.
Please tell me it's taint.
Yeah, I wish it was.
To tie in with the Bennington shirt.
It's
impeachment.
Yeah, I would think that. Any other guesses?
Boomer.
This has been around, and it's also only been a craze from a week ago.
It's only been negative a week ago. It's been around. It was considered the hammer to beat the older generation for fucking 30 years.
Any other guesses? Binge?
It's
No.
not the N word, is it?
No, it really isn't.
That would be surprising if they picked
Shocking.
It's existential. Existential. Kind of stemming from, I think, when Joe Biden said that Trump is an existential threat to this country, and then that became the buzzword.
If you were going to use one word from him, it should be malarkey.
Corn pop.
Corn pop.
The password is corn pop. Jazz!
There's no reason that I would have laughed out loud at this, but I saw someone had tweeted from that same corn pop, thing. Someone had tweeted at Obama and just said, "Come get your boy." And I actually really was laughing out loud on the train.
Come get your boy. You know, with Kamala dropping out, wasn't she the one who started? I think it was "Dude Gotta Go" or something like that. Boy Gotta Go.
She's got like some a couple catchphrases,
Attempted.
but yeah.
It's Dude Gotta Go.
Dude gotta
go.
Dude gotta go.
It's a T-shirt you can get.
It's pretty cool.
I liked it better when she said, "Dude looks like a lady."
Didn't she also say, "Dude, where's my car"? Was that her? Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's gonna miss her. She's certainly fun during the debates. That's where she shines, really. That was just the only part, I think, that every time after a debate, her name would just spike up, and everyone would be like, I don't know, what do you think about Kamala?
Most Google
And then they'll-
searches,
yeah.
Kamala Harris.
And then they forget her. I knew that this was coming. I'm just surprised she's before, like, Klobuchar. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple that
Is Yang still in it?
Yang Gang? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but they're
a
not-
nation hasn't mourned yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first one that maybe some people thought had an outside shot. She was
Yeah.
like the Buffalo Bills,
Exactly.
Houston Texans of this. But I do think if any of those Democrats win, she's going to get a big job.
I
mean,
think
she's
she's definitely. I mean, that's what she's been gunning for is
Yeah.
a nice big job for
maybe
herself.
VP. Would you VP her?
I think depending on who her running mate would be, yeah. I mean, it's possible that she could.
Who
do
wouldn't
that.
want her?
I think it'd be. I think Attorney General.
Yeah.
Who'd want it? After what we've gone through.
I mean, I feel like Booker's also been gunning for big job. There's always people who are just running for a big job that's not president.
Booker could be a VP. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He seems like a good soldier.
Mhm.
You know.
I think so too.
And that's always what they're looking for, that somebody's not trying to overplay their hand.
Right. What do you want, boss? I'll be the face of that.
Happy to be here.
We all saw that ballerina movie that gets a little scary when there's a backup person. You know, I definitely think if you don't have a woman on the Democratic ticket, you could even end up with two.
Yeah.
But,
That'd be cool.
well, anything. Anything, I think, is what when people are like, when the Democrats come together, I'm like, whatever the Democrat vote's going to be, I think it would be the same in the general for every single person there.
Right.
Earl, you saying no?
No, I think it might be slightly less. I think
For what?
I think their total turnout's going to be lower this year, next year.
Why?
I just think that a lot of Democratic voters are disillusioned and very I left the party.
Yes, I think that's why they're going to fucking vote that way. You left the party over Bernie?
I left how they treated Bernie, how they basically, and I was not a Bernie bro at all. And I
The
just
way they
thought-
treated somebody who wasn't a member of the Democratic Party, came in, took their funds. When the election was over, he left the Democratic Party. And then when the presidentials came back, he came back to it. I don't know why you would expect them to be fucking happy about him. He was the wrench in the whole fucking thing. By the way, your guy, the last mayor, 6 percentage points is the way he opened up.
Yeah,
6%. Bloomberg, I don't think people expected it even to be that high.
Yeah.
So not a bad place to be. I also think that's what took Kamala out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Earl, you can't think of yourself as the regular voter or the regular Democrat. You're not even a Democrat. You're kind of I'd say the old Panther Party, the old Black Panther Party. You're really extreme.
Yeah.
You're voting. You wanted $100,000 for every black person in this country.
I thought that was a pretty fair number. To be
I know.
quite
That's why I'm saying you're extreme to the left. That's okay. You know what I mean? Whether you're extreme to the left or extreme to the right, that's fine. But don't see yourself as the average voter being disillusioned.
I just felt that when that guy's your candidate, regardless.
isn't.
No, let's say Bernie. At one point, Bernie I think won 22
But
consecutive
he's
primaries.
not their candidate. He was an outsider.
Trump was an outsider. He was
Right,
not-
but then he won. If Bernie would have won, that would have been one thing about it, but he didn't.
Yeah, they moved. They went.
Let me tell you this. Do you see the Republicans going around to make sure they block that nobody can run in primaries against Trump right now? That's what the party does. That's basically the party's job, is to support the party.
Yeah,
I would have this idea. I mean, because everyone's like, could we have a 3-party system? We have a 4-party system. What if no one could join a party except for the people that are running for an election? What if none of us could be in a party? And we would vote whatever primaries we wanted to.
Oh, wow.
An open, just a straight up open.
Yes.
But we would be fighting about individuals rather than parties.
Right. And then if you had more segmented parties where they're like, okay, there's a gradient here of what's going on, and then you would choose, I tend to like this party, but sometimes I'm into this thing, but this time around this guy really pulled me into this.
And then those individuals would have to figure out how they would hook up together. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be you're the freshman fucking senator from Minnesota, so you keep your mouth shut for the next 8 years. We'll tell you how to do it.
Right.
See, my way would be this. And by the way, this surprises me. Earl agrees immediately. You can see Earl and I don't agree on politics. But as soon as I say this idea, he's like, yes, I'll do it.
Right.
That seems like a genius idea to me then. And I'm going to present it that way. Even Earl agrees, is the way I'm going to put that out there.
Even your Earls of the world agree.
I like to get $125,000 for something that happened 300 years ago.
By the way, if you think of this as a spectrum left to right of this show, do you put Earl as farthest left?
Earl and you are farthest left. Vito is confused.
Hovering above somehow.
Weirdly, Chris is like a dude, bro. He is the alt-right.
He is.
Yeah.
He is alternative to the right.
I am part of the Reform Party. I found that out. So I think
you found it
because
out.
you tried to put. He saw an R there, and he just checked there. See, this is who votes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And that was.
But there's nothing I hate more than the primary system.
I know.
Never once in my entire life have I voted in a primary that mattered, because I don't live in the early states.
Yes.
Infuriating. Now, you take like Kamala or Booker, right? They're running in Iowa, where they're the only 2 black people who show up anywhere.
Yeah.
Then they go to New Hampshire. There's no black people there.
Yeah.
You got to be Obama before you can win over those kind of white people.
Right.
You got to be that white guy there who's like, you know what? That black guy's here, but I'm very comfortable with him. Very comfortable.
I don't know what it is about him.
Yeah. So Earl's the most radical.
Yeah.
Then Gail. Then we have 2 confused. And even though I'm on the left, I'm definitely the most right-wing person on this show.
I don't think you could be more than the alt-right, though.
The alt-right is a different kind of right that, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
it's so radical that it's senseless. Like, girls' vote is senseless.
It's an island unto itself, Ron.
Yeah. I mean, your thing is based on, you have racism and nothing else.
Right.
And
Not a
misogyny.
racist. Or
Dude, I
misogynist.
see what fucking network you're on.
Isn't your slogan, we just want to watch the world burn?
The Bane Party.
Sorry, mouthful of coffee.
I had a mouthful of coffee and I wasn't letting it go because I don't want to change this shirt for my show today.
Great shirt, by the way.
And that was the thing. We just want to watch the world burn in 2020. Why am I if we don't get this climate straightened out, you know? Earl's a fucking radical.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess you could call Earl farther left than me, but it's just weird to say because I feel like only because of race, not because of anything else.
Earl's fucking slogan would be line the pigs up.
But I do believe that I think primaries, if you really want to make the primaries matter, make it one day. It's every state should have a primary on one day.
Why not? Why fucking not? Oh, because they can't get out to all of them? Well, maybe if they had something like television or social media, everybody will be able to fucking figure it out. What's weird is when you watch the primaries, if somebody comes along, let's say Buttigieg fucking wins the first primary, and then he wins the other. Suddenly, a bunch of people that weren't going to vote for him will.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people try to pick the winner like we're doing the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we got 10 different fucking people. Anybody can win this.
This fucking guy's hot.
I was on the winner's side.
Yeah.
Isn't it better to be on the loser's side?
I'm much happier there.
I mean, there's really a place of cockiness. I mean, if you're someone who voted for Obama and then someone comes at you and they're like, what about this thing? You're like, I don't know. He seems good.
Well, I just go like this. I can't defend him.
Personable? So personable.
Seems nice.
I like that Michelle.
Yeah. If I could vote for any of the Trumps, it would be Barron.
Oh,
He's so mysterious, and he's growing at such a
And
pace.
the height. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, the height.
He's almost as tall as Ivanka. He's 6'7".
When I saw how tall he was, I said, Trump, you should be ashamed of yourself.
This year, Barron is going to put the star on the top of
No
on this
ladder.
thing. Trump was great today, where he's like, I really don't know Prince Edward. Andrew, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like he's got himself quite a jam. And then they showed all these pictures of him with Prince Andrew, and one of them had Jeffrey Epstein in it.
Oh, my God.
You guys didn't see that?
Why does he say these things? Why not just be like, oh, that Prince Andrew? Yes, I do know him.
All right, blow up that picture as big as you can, Chris. And see, Epstein's just standing behind him, smart enough to not get in the picture.
Right. But this is
Look how
great.
good Melania looks in that picture.
She looks great.
And there's Epstein's pimp, Maxwell.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Madam, I don't know what her fucking role was.
Well, she's his escort.
Yeah.
I'll be taking Maxwell with me to the dinner. The
Yeah,
Prince Andrew Donald
Melania
Trump
looks
dinner.
unreal there.
Yeah, she's
so
fucking
beautiful.
phenomenal. Yeah, she's stunning.
Okay, Chris, you don't need to zoom in on the first lady's breasts.
Because he's showing that it's kind of see-through.
Yeah, I get it. We all saw it, and we
if
all
we could
said she looked great.
See a hit a nip.
You know, I treat her with respect, like the way she treats the Christmas decorations. Okay, she's a very classy lady now.
Everybody says that the Trump family could have the same thing that the Clintons got or the Bushes, where it's multiple generations. Who out of the Trump family has the shot? It looks like Don Jr. is running already.
Maybe Ivanka.
Only Ivanka. I mean, honestly, only Ivanka.
I don't think she has the. I mean, she looks great, but she's so soft-spoken. I don't think we're going to get the Trump thing that we like. Where Don Jr. will go up there, he'll yell,
he gets
he'll
crazy.
make up nicknames for people. He'll call Booby Kennedy. Looks like Booby Kennedy wants to come in. Raise that flag. All the way up. Who do you think, girl?
I'm going to go Don Jr.
Don Jr. backing me up. Gail, you're Ivanka?
I think it's Ivanka and only Ivanka.
Earl?
I might switch to Eric Trump.
I just called you Earl.
And then you answered.
I did, yes. I'm Earl.
That's how much you don't want to correct me. Why would you go, did you just fucking call me Earl?
Dude, that's like
You're
in
white Earl.
That's like in Succession when he calls Greg Craig, and he's like, yeah, I answer to Craig, or whatever you want to call me.
You are the Greg in this.
Yeah.
I'm
And I got to break some Greg shells to make an omelet. Or a romlet. Do you think Eric Trump can pull it off?
I feel like he's like
What?
the dark horse.
Can I say this? Believe it or not, Eric has the wife for it. His wife
Oh, yeah.
is like a Trump. It's like he married a Trump sister. Oh, I saw that guy that you saw downstairs coming out of.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Earl, try to figure out who the guy is in the white jacket. Come back in and report. Yeah, his wife she tried to do a thing on Facebook called Trump News, where she was
A show?
pretending she was on Fox News, and it didn't really work all the way. All right, let's go to Vito. He's our only real Zoomer.
Yeah.
I thought for a second Ivanka because I've seen her on The Apprentice and she crushed it there.
Okay.
But I feel like you got to think Tiffany has something to prove because she's been.
Trump thinks she's fat.
But that's
Got her a
gonna
Peloton bike.
motivate her to get out there.
I
and
will
just-
say this. This is my problem with Ivanka. I think she'd be a better president than her dad, but she's a much worse candidate. You got to get in first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's Shiv's situation. You know what I mean?
It's the Shiv. She's the Shiv of the family.
She's smarter, but like she has no grace
And then
about.
She's also married to a Tomlet.
Yeah, true. That is true.
This
and he's a
fucking
Tomlin.
Jared Kushner, I've heard speak once, and all this time he's been there, and he's talked like this. I'd like to bring Palestine in to be friends with Israel, and be like if they kissed and hugged. And then fucking Donald said, "He sounds like a child. Get him out of here. He sounds like a baby." And I haven't seen Don Jr. next to his dad in so long.
Yeah.
Like, Don Jr.'s on the outskirts firing his own things. But one thing you could say, Don Jr. and Eric, they ain't running shit. You know what I mean?
No.
Somebody's running that company, but it ain't those two dudes.
So they're on Twitter.
No.
Did you figure it
Don's
out?
hunting.
I believe it goes by the name Thirsty Howell.
What is he, a record guy?
I think he's a hip hop guy.
Yeah, but is he running a label? Because he looked like he had a lot of big meetings he was setting up. He seemed like Puppet Master is one of the big things he's got rocking.
Thirsty Howl's not even coming up. There's a Thurston Howell Bar and Grill.
Did you just read the jacket and assume that was the name?
Why didn't you ask?
Because he was already...
Dude, he was right there when you came out.
So he had a Thurston Howell Bar and Grill jacket.
At least, like, Google it.
He's a busy guy. I don't know who he is.
All right, so yesterday there was a bet going on that you said Earl was lying.
He's a fucking liar, yeah. He's lying about his how much food was set out for the 70-person Thanksgiving he was supposed to have. That 7 people showed up for, which would then have 63 people's worth of leftovers. He said he would take pictures of those leftovers in his fridge or his home, wherever they may be.
Did you send that over to Deborah?
Yes.
Has she put it up yet?
Sure.
And then we will take a look. Probably Twitter before Instagram, right?
Let me refresh.
Maybe not, though. I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, so not up yet. And Earl, you stand with your original lie.
I just said it was... The
pictures are up.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, this was leftovers for how many people you think?
I surmised from the people he left, 70 people.
And nobody warned you, right? Nobody said we're not coming. They just didn't show.
There was just like silence, stone cold silence.
70 people.
So when you guys were sitting around at 3 or 4 or 5, whenever you eat, you're like, "Where's?"
Yeah, like I left at like 2:30, 2:45, and it was my father and I were watching football.
Yeah. And you didn't eat dinner with them, with your parents?
No, I did not. I went to the Hard Rock.
It's so weird that you don't even feed the people that are there. All right, let's take a look at the leftovers.
And remember, this is after 4 days.
This is just a regular fridge.
There's a lot of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Different beverages. There's some onions.
That's just a crisper drawer.
There's 4 onions, a head of lettuce.
Also,
I think that's kale.
all of this, by the way, this is unmade food. This is fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Not something like, oh, we cooked the food.
And then here's
they didn't show up. And then where's this?
That's the extra turkey.
But that turkey would have been cooked.
No, we had two, but I didn't know this. We had 2 turkeys.
Let me
I
see
understand, but you
We
would have
didn't cook the second time.
But you don't go, oh, they did show up. We'll put the turkey in. A turkey, you realize how long it is to cook a turkey,
I
right?
understand that, but again, that was sitting in the fridge.
I did find some turkey bacon.
A lot of it.
My father
And
loves
what
turkey
is
bacon.
this orange stuff here?
That is carrot juice.
Bolton House. I'm familiar with the.
So all those containers,
company.
those are just there's the mash. There's I think it was some corn. There was
That.
like
I
you
mean,
put
that
everything in-
mashed.
Fucker.
That mashed looks like not a side that would maybe feed one or two
I'm just
people.
saying,
Earl,
then-
this is a takeout container's worth of mashed potatoes.
No, my mother keeps all these containers around. And it drives
We
me
understand. Everyone does.
It drives
For
me
their
crazy.
leftovers.
It drives me
you
crazy
shouldn't
'cause
be
I'm-
crazy. It's a positive thing.
It's
Now,
so food doesn't go to waste.
Can I see the turkey? This unmade turkey?
There's the crisper. Here's our turkey.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a cancellation. This is just an unmade turkey.
That was bought that day. That was bought yesterday, probably.
do you think he went out?
I
bought
I
himself-
didn't buy that.
By the
Just
way,
sit there in the fridge.
that's a
Sit there in the fridge.
25-pound turkey when you don't know how much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Things are.
didn't know because I've never bought a turkey.
I
ever.
understand that, but here's what the thing is.
Oh.
If you thought people were like say I said, oh yeah, everybody from the show's coming over. I'm going to have a turkey for them. And then they don't show, I wouldn't be sitting there with an unmade turkey. I
Right.
would have made the turkey and then been disappointed.
Most people wake up very early hours.
Way early, like 4:30 in the morning.
And they put their turkey, particularly a bird that size.
And for a 70-person Thanksgiving.
I'll say
Yeah.
this. I think your mom keeps a nice organized refrigerator. I
Yeah.
really like the look of it.
What's
And most people's refrigerators gross me out.
There's something very creepy in this fridge.
That is.
Hold on, Earl.
I'm going to say,
finish.
let me take a guess. Is it medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So don't you feel bad, Chris? Is it diabetes medicine?
Yeah. Among other things.
Can you bring some in for us?
Sneaking-
None of us are feeling that well.
No, not at all.
I like that the mayonnaise is just as big as any beverage.
It's a gallon of mayonnaise.
They got some water in there, milk.
What's that in the way
orange
back? What's that
juice.
bolio?
It says bolio or
It's
rolio?
lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Yeah, that's a lot of lemon juice.
I go fresh.
Earl, I am sorry. I know that you felt good about this, but this does not
No.
back up.
I assume that like maybe in that tin there under the turkey bacon,
Yeah, that
there might
is-
some leftovers.
That
in
is
there.
a vat of rice.
Rice.
There's a big vat of rice in there. Get it help yourself. Don't touch my diabetes medicine. I got the
Yeah.
sugars.
You know, my father does say it like that. He's like, you know, I didn't know you. He's like, didn't your mother tell you she had sugar?
That's good.
Here's another
There's
picture.
I don't think I sent this.
Rice
picture.
is like 50 cents per pound. I feel like you're holding on to the wrong things from this magical feast you had.
Oh, he does
Now-
show you the vat of rice.
A 25-pound turkey with stuffing, Gail, what would you estimate? How many hours cooking?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. I
I'm
mean,
going to say 6 or 7.
yeah, at least I would say you're definitely, depending on when you have people arriving, you're waking up early in the morning and putting that bird in.
Yeah, because remember, you also want the bird to cool a little bit. You just
Right.
don't take it right out of the oven.
Because the
It'll fall
juice has
apart.
to set.
Juice got to set before somebody gets the sugars.
And then because otherwise, if the juice is still hot, you cut it, the juice runs out, becomes very dry. So you do need to
Right,
let
hold
it
that
cool.
juice.
Yeah, you gotta hold that juice in.
There's no leftovers.
Yeah, there's,
I would
there's
agree.
nothing here.
Other than perhaps.
Remember, this is 4 days after.
Yeah,
vat
but
of rice.
you said yesterday there was a ton of leftovers still in the fridge.
I think that's a ton of leftovers.
What?
Yeah.
There's none in
After
there.
4 days?
No, if you were to say you have a ton of leftovers,
There's no extra turkey left.
You said
Because we
yesterday.
ate the damn
You
turkey.
said
That's
yesterday
what I'm
there
trying to
was
explain.
leftovers.
Everybody has leftover turkey. If you had another 25-pound turkey, 7 people weren't going to feast on that without a lot being left over.
Yeah.
I don't even see any turkey for sandwich meat.
no, I don't.
Just rice.
Just a vat of rice.
And just what we're told is rice.
And your-
Rice.
I didn't send.
and
the
your
picture over,
dad's
but
turkey bacon, which wasn't even for Thanksgiving.
Why wouldn't you just use this leftover turkey to make the turkey bacon?
Why are you angry about it? Why can't you just sit and be comfortable and say, look, Earl, you did not supply the evidence that are going to get you off from the lie.
I do see that kale that he bought, though. That is a big bag of kale.
But the kale is just for one person. I don't know. Why would the kale be the most?
People were saying that Earl went and bought that turkey last night.
That
He
was the-
away.
yeah.
I did not buy the turkey
Very
last night.
possible.
Why wouldn't you?
Look at
Why would I?
Look at
Because
the
you're a
tag.
liar.
I'm not a liar.
Look at the tag. Look at how clean the tag is. I feel like if a turkey was in a fridge for like 5 days, it wouldn't be that clean and white.
Good point, Vito.
That's
Unless
a
you-
trial lawyer.
Unless you keep
Vito's
a
our
clean,
trial lawyer.
unless you keep a clean freezer.
Oh,
Look at the
yeah.
white bottle.
He's talking shit about Leslie.
it's not a freezer, by the
Look
way.
at your
that's a
fridge,
mini
and look
fridge.
at how dirty
Freezer.
It's not
every.
a mini fridge.
There's two separate ones.
Where's the mini fridge?
That's it.
Is that a freezer or a fridge?
That's a freezer. Little mini freezer. It's like a small one.
Look, you gotta defrost this thing. Check out that.
Yes.
That's fucking. That's terrible. That's fucking.
That's the protective ice.
I just don't believe that if you had not even last minute cancellations. Apparently, no cancellations, right?
Yeah.
No cancellations.
But with expectations.
Just no shows.
Yeah, no shows.
A good, anywhere from, and I'm going to you estimated 70. I'm going to just benefit of the doubt and say anywhere from 20 to 70 cancellations. That bird would have been in the oven cooking, and she would have been going, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I just cooked this massive turkey and no one's here.
Earl's father said this. I'm now sitting next to Earl. He keeps talking about reparations.
Hey, Jay in New Hampshire.
What's going on, Bennington?
How's it going?
That is the second turkey that you're allowed to buy at the 39 cents a pound sale for later.
I'm sorry, Earl. I'm looking at Twitter. Nobody's agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Nobody believes in you right now.
This is a ridiculous joke.
I'd also like to point out another thing about the tag real quick. If you look...
Hello?
That's the White House phone.
Oh, my God. Is this an emergency?
They said stop hassling Ivanka and Don Jr.
What happened in the tag?
If you look at the way the turkey is in that little mini fridge, it's leaning over the edge, right? It's leaning over the edge. So that means if this was smushed against the wall, the tag would be bent and it would be damaged.
Enough with the tag, dude. You made your tag points.
It's just...
You're beating it.
This is great tag talk.
You're beating a fucking dead horse.
Trying to see if there's any date on these onions.
Look, it doesn't matter because all of that is fresh food. To me, that's the answer. They have a lot of vegetables, but they have a lot of people in their home.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they have a full crisper drawer of unmade food, not leftovers, food that they've not yet made.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
A bag of baby carrots there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of produce.
Some green apples.
It's good.
It's a lot of raw, uncooked, unmixed together food.
Yeah, not a weird situation where you made too much food and nobody
Not
showed.
cooked food.
There's just a fucking tray of rice.
There's a lot of people believing that lockbox in the refrigerator is just a place that your dad keeps his chubby hubby ice cream that nobody else can get to. Don't want anybody touching my chubby hubby. Plus your mom got sugar.
He is protective of his ice cream.
Is he?
Very.
Well, you made a nice run for it, Earl.
Yeah.
No reparations, though. I'm sorry, buddy.
As far as we can tell, the only what I would call a leftover food that was not eaten, tray of rice, and a very, very tiny mashed potatoes. Very tiny.
And what's this? Is gravy, Earl? Is supposed to,
Very small amount.
I didn't even know. I didn't want to look at what that was.
Looks like curry,
ate
but
the food.
I didn't eat that.
Earl, are you mad at him?
Why are you screaming, bro?
I'm getting a third degree over food. I've seen everything.
You're the one who brought up.
He's right. You do, really. You didn't bring up how much the tag. How much they waiting on the tag. Because that was the thing that got you.
I'm like, I didn't buy the turkey.
You did, though.
I didn't buy it. My
Earl,
father bought the turkey, put it in the fridge.
You went home last
Mini
night
fridge?
and you bought
I did
a
not buy a
turkey.
turkey. I did not buy a turkey.
You wanted to
You
try.
want me to get a Bible and swear on it? I will swear on a Bible.
You're not going to believe
all
that.
you do is lie.
I will swear on a Bible. I will
Okay.
take a lie detector test. I will do all of it.
Bob,
Everything.
Bob in New Jersey. Hey, Bob.
Big ass Colonel 1220 about it.
What's up, Bob?
My biggest smoking gun here is if there were supposedly, and let's just have a low estimate, 50 people who are supposed to be there. No cooking necessary. How many desserts should there be? There should be pumpkin pies stacked to the ceiling in that photo. Not a single one.
Where's the
Earl
sweet
is in a
potato
complete
pie?
total
Earl? Where's
love.
the
That's the
sweet
first
potato?
thing to go because everyone loves sweet potato.
For
pie.
70 people?
Not for 70 people.
70
But
pies,
that's how
man?
many you said that you had coming in.
Dude, you had no idea who was coming. Yet you listed out all the nieces and nephews and your fucking brother and sisters.
I would be more interested if instead of these pictures, he would have just given us a definitive number of family members who were. I mean, that's really what we were at. Trying to figure out how many family members didn't show.
And why they each have a tag.
A fresh tag.
And you said everyone went for it first, but according to you, there was like 6 people there. So who's this everyone that's taking all the desserts?
And your mom shouldn't be eating dessert, from what I hear.
There were 3 pies.
Did your mom eat dessert?
No.
3 pies for 60 to 70 people.
But you also got to remember, my father loves sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato
So
pie.
you're arguing-
I crushed a
You're
whole pan
arguing
over
why
the
there
weekend.
should be more
It doesn't-
pies
that's
there.
That's why your mom would have bought more pies or
Right.
made more pies. Did she
It was
make them or buy them?
She bought them. We bought them because we didn't want her. We didn't want her cooking.
That's really bad, dude.
You don't want her cooking because it's what, not good?
No, she should be resting. I'll just put it that way.
You rest with diabetes?
Well, she's got other problems that I can't discuss.
Ladies' problems.
Among other things.
Now, don't you feel embarrassed, Chris?
I don't because
especially when he started in on that medicine. I felt really bad.
I don't feel embarrassed at all. I just want Earl to just tell us he's a liar.
Jim said this. For somebody who works in a restaurant, you'd think he'd know. What does he even do at the Hard Rock?
I am the vibe manager at the Hard Rock. And I'm not back at
Would
the
you
house.
be able to look at that floor? You walk on the floor. Would you be able to tell how many people are there just by looking?
Live room, yes. Actually, all the rooms, yes.
So why can't you do that with your own family? Why wouldn't you look around and go, this is how many people we have in this family? 3 pies is not going to do the trick, Mom.
No.
And you better start on another turkey. Can't be just sitting in here. A lot of people are thinking that your mom picked up a day after turkey because they're cheaper.
No.
That could be
That's a
what it
great
was.
idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to start and do that.
Is
I
she
didn't
trying
even
to
know.
pinch pennies?
I never thought about that. It's like Halloween candy. It's like who's buying
I like a
turkey
nice-
the day after
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
I like a nice Christmas turk
Oh yeah.
and a goose. By the way, you know what you're in the doghouse for, right?
What's that?
You forgot your fucking goose eggs.
I know. Oh
And that
my
kid is so
God.
destroyed. She
I
got
felt-
fresh eggs and fresh goose eggs from my nephew who has hens and geese. And he's like, please make sure you. He wouldn't even say it in front of me because
I
he was
know.
trying to get you.
I know, and I
And-
forgot the goose eggs, and I was
Gail.
so excited to have
I-
these goose eggs.
I got a text when I was going up the road. I just hit ignore. Like, I'm not fucking turning around for her. That's her business to get her own goose eggs.
And we saved your trunk.
So
We stopped you.
it's not equal to turning all the way around and driving back.
It's a lot, Ron.
I was in Poughkeepsie.
Jesus.
Hey Matt in Connecticut.
Hey, Gail. Hey, Bennington.
Hey.
I listened to the replay from yesterday, and something stuck out in my head that Earl said he had to, take a 3-hour journey into the city, and he left about 2:15, 2:30, something like that. That's way too early to determine who's going to show up or not. Isn't it usually around 3 o'clock when people start rolling in? Like, it seemed to me.
It also doesn't take you 3 hours to get to fucking New York from Queens. I mean, you'd quit your job if that was the case.
No, I take the train in, the 253 train. There's a 253 and a 353. If I take the 353, I'm late for work.
Yeah.
I'm late for pre-shift.
But here you are taking a 3-hour tour. Look, people are going back, checking over the tapes.
Yeah.
You got people going through the tags to figure out their cleanliness.
Wait, we're checking out the CRISPR.
Yeah, let's talk to director Sasha.
Hey, yeah, I'm my new favorite show is the Earl Thanksgiving Lies. He just said that he crushed sweet potato pie, and 5 minutes before that said he was not there to eat anything. What's up with
I
that?
said I crushed sweet potato pie over the weekend.
So no one even ate it.
So no one
You
ate
had 7
any
people
pie.
and nobody ate a pie. You
There
and your
was 3
dad
pies.
each.
The
You and your
thing-
dad each ate one.
Yeah, the thing your family loves the most. That you said, I think you said earlier, ate first before anything else.
All right.
Honestly, everyone's doing a great job here. I feel like this is like OJ's defense.
Guess what? Something came in that should just slam the fucking guilty thing down on Earl. It's from a Mr. Hard Rock Johnny. And do you or do you not work with him at the Hard Rock?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Johnny said that looks like the turkey we give the staff at the Hard Rock.
We never got to stay.
Look at this.
We've never
That's
gotten a
the
step
Hard Rock turkey.
That is, we have never received a Hard Rock turkey.
My God, is that taken inside of the Hard Rock
Of
mini
course,
fridge?
of course it was.
That is the.
That's why it's a different fridge.
This is
We
fucking.
have 2 fridges.
Who has 2 fridges? The Rockefellers?
No, I'm not the Rockefeller. It's a mini fridge And then there's the fridge. And 8.5 years, I've never received a turkey from the Hard Rock. Never.
But he's saying that they get it at the Hard Rock when they make turkey.
And this is the first time you've been fucking
8.5 years.
Thanksgiving dinner. And now you just show up with a fucking Hard Rock turkey.
No,
All right.
I did not show up at Hard Rock turkey.
That's what you did,
no,
dude.
I did not.
All right. Rich in Montana. Hey, Rich.
Good afternoon, Bennington.
How's it
Good
going?
afternoon.
Anybody clued in on Earl's father being Black Jesus, turning loaves of fishes into food for the multitudes? 3 pies for 70 people. I'd go turn on the tap water and make sure wine don't come out that motherfucker.
Rich has got a great point. No way would you only have 3 pies for 70 people.
Never.
You did say it.
No,
You said
I just
the numbers.
mentioned
said
everyone
8
in my
nieces,
family.
9
I mentioned everyone.
How many
in my,
people were invited?
It's always anyone could come over.
Dad, no one has a Thanksgiving where you don't know how many people are showing
I'm
up.
just going to go back to the whole conversation, how it began. You said, my Thanksgiving was weird. Ron said, weird how? And you said you had a whole family pretty much cancel Thanksgiving, just not even show up or even say anything.
It was a very
what
quiet.
Is the number of people
that did not show?
I was
Because you told us it was going to take place in 3 separate rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
And this thing could have fit into a mini fridge.
obviously with
Cornish hen.
6 sisters, all of which have children. Some of them have grandchildren, so sometimes they show up.
And then the people with children have spouses or boyfriends or
Oh,
girlfriends.
let me finish.
No.
Some of the grandchildren. Some of the grandchildren are grown. They don't travel with their parents. Sometimes they show up on their own.
My grandchildren, my children are grown, and they show up to see their grandparents because they're invited. It's a tradition. It's what happened. They go many states to get there. Some of those states are drunken. And then we all go out and get a little
Smoke some reefer.
I just remembered something from yesterday, too.
Good.
This actually started with Earl saying it was a tough day because it was in and out all day of hearing people are coming and then they're not coming. And then about 30 minutes later, it turned into, we just never heard from anybody.
All right, let me just stop for a
It's
second.
because they didn't show up.
Okay, but listen. Vito's the best of us.
Yeah.
Vito is the detail guy.
You are
The
Mr.
detail
D.
guy. It was weird because they said they were coming and then they didn't
Earl,
show up.
You're ignoring what I said.
I'm not ignoring what you said.
Earl-
Not at all.
Earl, if he was wrong, you'd be mad.
I'm very mad because I'm putting words in my
He
mouth.
put words in your
Second-
mouth.
Yeah.
He says he heard the tape. He's in there re-listening to tapes.
This is what you do, dude.
What do you mean this is what?
All of us have been caught in lies before.
Well, lie,
Oh, it's
but-
fine.
It's happened to me before. It's
Yeah.
very embarrassing. But, that's just
I'm
the
going
way.
to go in tonight at a storytelling show at the Stand. I'm going to tell them that I slept with Anne Margaret. You know why?
Why?
They'll be impressed.
Yeah.
That's what you want people to be.
I'll say it was at the Tommy premiere in 1975.
Wow.
I had sex with her. And I'm gonna, if anyone asks what kind, I'll say fitty tucked. So I get lying. Here's the difference. I don't have a Vito who's there with a strong case against me the whole time.
I mean, Vito's really crushing
He's
it.
fucking Giuliani, but back in the old days.
Yeah.
You know, back in the mafia.
Before he was a total nut.
Before he freaked the fuck out, went crazy. Something about this story, bro.
Hey, Victor in Long Island.
You need more orange juice, Earl.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Oh, he
how's
got
it
the carrot juice.
happy post Thanksgiving, I
Thanks.
guess. Maybe he just wants to. Maybe he's not a liar. Maybe he just wants to be the guy with the sad story, the thing that I saw on Mulberry Street, or maybe he should be the jive manager instead.
Yeah, you jive talking.
Jive talking about Thanksgiving Day. Jive talking said your brother was gay.
Earl, you sure this fridge is cold enough? I mean, it's on 6. I think you should bump that up to at least an 8.
I would expect Vito to catch that. But you don't want the carrot juice to freeze.
Good point.
I do see it is on the C setting. Cold as being E.
I mean, you've never taken off the initial setting?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do this, Earl. Admit it was a lie. We'll all have a good friendly laugh and a
Yeah.
back slap, and we move on.
Yeah. I think if you say it's a lie, then shake hands with Chris.
Let's
All
shake.
is done.
Let's shake
Vito, great job. And then it's over and we'll put it in the past.
Let's shake him.
You can go home, have your sale turkey.
Yeah, cook that turkey.
Are our guests here yet?
Vito?
Yes, they just signed in.
Just what an amazing thing that every
Literally.
time that I ask, it just happened that moment.
A minute
This
ago.
happens every fucking day. You guys never tell us when the guests
But
are
what
here.
you're not realizing is you have a sixth sense about when guests arrive.
Yeah, you know why? It's because I've been dead this whole time.
What?
Not you guys, me.
Is that why you have that bullet hole in the back of your jacket?
Yeah, I do. I think the story I tell tonight might be about a guy who was shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Ron, you saw someone get shot? No, I came in moments later. Very exciting.
Dish Network calls their TV installers service technicians, but that's their official title at least. On the job, customers call them shut up, no way. Why? Because the service technician has just shown them something they've never seen before, the new Dish voice remote with Google Assistant button.
See, with Dish, you tell your remote what you want to watch and it comes on. But say the TV room is too bright or too hot, all those smart home things that you have, yep, you can also control those with your voice remote.
Dish lives to surprise people with new technology, so they love all the no ways they've been getting. But yes way, yes all the way. Now control your TV and home with Dish. Introducing the new Dish voice remote with Google Assistant.
Dish, tuned into you. Voice functionality requires internet-connected Hopper, Google account, and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show! Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show!
Podcast available now on Apple Podcasts and GasDigitalNetwork.com. And Mike Feeney's performing at Union Hall in Brooklyn this Saturday, December 7th. MikeFeeneyComedy.com for tickets and all his dates. And Mike Feeney's debut album.
Do you not know about that?
No. Is that yours?
No. This is yours.
Union Hall?
Union Hall, yeah.
Am I
Nice
there?
gig.
I am going to be there, I guess. That is true. I forgot. I'm there. Yeah.
And Mike Feeney's debut album, Rage Against the Routine, is available now everywhere.
Wordplay, I love it.
And Mike Cannon's performing at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York, Friday, December 20th. MikeCannonComedy.com.
Yeah, that I can confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, that is definite. Okay, good.
For sure.
Well, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
That's important.
Oh, I went to school up there. I went to Geneseo. I'm familiar with that frozen hellscape.
It is here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking here. You know? I don't know if I'm going to make it this winter. I'm going to be totally honest. This might be the winter I don't stay around. You know? I fucking fight back about it. And I take myself out.
I mean, you're sure wearing a deep V shirt in this cold
Thank
weather.
you very much.
Yeah, you're allowing,
your chest exposed
you're
to the
allowing
elements.
the winds in.
Here's the thing. We're inside now. And then I give it a nice button.
Okay.
You know, I got these things are buttons on here. But I don't want to choke to death. That's my thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal with that. When I was born, cord was wrapped tightly around my neck. To this day, difficulty even wearing a tie. I feel like I'm choking.
kidding.
Yeah. And like when,
a lot of room.
yeah.
Sure.
And when women want to choke me during sex, I always say this: I choke you. You don't choke me.
No, you must have really hated it when those '90s chokers came back into style, and you're like, I can't wear these.
I can't. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I'll just go like this. I'll go like this. I can't come to your wedding. I cannot come to your wedding.
Unless you have a casual dress code.
Yeah, I don't
beach
even.
wedding?
But I don't like a wedding that's casual.
How about this? A very loose bolo tie. Would you feel comfortable with
No,
that?
it's too much like a rope. You know, too much like
Brings
a
back
cord
hard
around your
memories,
neck.
yeah.
Get caught on something when you're walking by.
Yeah, could happen.
I was into sex choking for like a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it on my
Receiving?
neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I felt that it was kind of a loss of power and a little dangerous. But then I fell out of love with it.
A lot of these suicides that people think hang themselves with their belt is because they were jerking off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But people in the family would rather say he was depressed than, oh, when he jerked off, he liked to really tie a tight
He
belt.
hated this world, so.
We told him not to punch a new hole in.
He climaxed out of this world.
Yeah. But that happens all the time. It happens all the time. And people say, maybe that happened to Epstein. You know, maybe he was just jerking off looking at baby pictures.
I mean, prison is so.
That's what that guard's real thing was. He
Yeah.
was stupid enough to
Yeah.
leave pictures of his niece and nephew up.
Probably could sell it to him for $500 million. Just bring in baby shoes, and I'll give you $100,000. How old's your kid now?
He is 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a whole roll of pics I would have sold to Big Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
4 months. That's the perfect age. You
He's
know?
cool, man. He's starting to smile and be a little bit of a human being.
That's
He's got
when it's
yeah,
very fun.
He's got a good sense of humor. I spent like 30 seconds air shooting him with different guns
Yeah, and
of
it
my
made him
fingers.
laugh?
So yeah,
He
made
was
him
like-
laugh real hard. I'm not sure if I'm setting him up for kind of a dark future, but
Sure.
Yeah.
Those aren't real guns.
It is really funny that you go months for like a smile. You're
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're doing a thing now. There's an exchange. You're not just taking from me.
Yeah,
and then
well-
you find out it's gas. You know what I mean? I remember when they first said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lot
when
of
he
the smile.
when he shits, it shakes the foundation of my building.
Really?
It is he is a true Irish mid-30s man ass.
Wow.
It's wild.
Does he have the diaper explosions where they go up
He does.
out of the
Sometimes, like, he
diaper?
shit on his dick and balls a few times the other day, and it looked as though it came out of his front. Like, I don't understand even
my
the physics
God.
of it shooting out the
Right.
back and then ending up where it was.
I held his child at 11
Weeks.
days old.
Yeah.
Something crazy like 11 days old. And the second Mike put him in my hand, he immediately shit with such force that I felt it through the diaper and the blanket onto my. Like I just felt the impact. It just is. There's a powerful
Explosive.
colon
But
in the
that
Cannon
means he
family.
was so comfortable with you.
Yeah,
too.
That
Which
is right,
really
yeah.
nice.
And or he was trying to send a message. Yeah, because even before he was seeing people, like he was only seeing shapes and shades, he would lock eyes with me somehow and then shit and groan at the same time.
So he wants to see you when he's shitting.
Yeah, he knows. He knows
Yeah.
he's dominating.
Interesting. That's fascinating. Now, Mike, did it make you want to have a kid when you were holding that baby?
It made me very happy. I didn't have one at that moment,
Yeah.
actually. And that's a funny thing too, because I was just down with my family for Thanksgiving, and now I was the youngest one in my family up until my cousin just had a child, and now she's great. She's like a year and a half, and so she's just starting to. She's like motoring she's running
Right.
around. But I just, you just do a stupid, silly face at her, and we have one game that we always do back and forth that makes her laugh every time. And then when she starts crying, I just go, "I'm getting a drink,"
I'm
and I
done.
walk out of the room, and then the parents come in and rescue her, and I'm like, it's so much better to be an uncle,
The thing that is so funny about little kids like that, it's repetition that makes them laugh. Not
Yeah.
surprised. They're not surprised, but they were like, "You did it again."
Like, whatever-
Is their favorite fucking thing.
It is funny because if it's like a peekaboo situation,
Yeah.
the first one takes them aback. They're like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, hold on."
Where'd you
and
go?
then
Yeah.
once you start doing it, they're like, "I know where this is going."
Yeah, I get it now. This is fucking funnier every time. Chris, you're thinking about having a baby?
No children for me.
I think
Don't.
You'd be a great dad.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Buddy.
Don't like kids. I feel uncomfortable around them, and they seem expensive, and it takes a lot of your time.
Well,
I just don't
you
want that.
spend on them what you want. I
That's
mean,
true.
It can
Okay.
be expensive,
What
but if
you
you
were
don't care
saying,
about them,
yeah. What you were saying, Chris,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
you start living life.
I'm selfish, Ron, and I want to have my time.
If
to
you were
myself.
selfish, you'd have nicer things. you already wear dad shirts.
I always like that when like people will say about like not having kids. They're like, yeah, I mean, I feel like I have freedom. You know, we could just pick up and travel. And you're like, but you don't.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah,
don't go anywhere.
But we could.
That's the option.
If we,
Right.
Yeah, I
could-
do.
Yeah.
I could jet ski. I didn't have to ski. I could jet ski.
My wife and I do think about it though. We talk about like, you know, you try to do that thing. If you always try and plan, which is the worst thing you could do, right? And you go like, all right, if in a couple years, finances and everything's going right, maybe we'll get a dog. But a kid just seems
Yeah.
like it's a lot.
I got to say, I'm genuinely frightened of having sex now.
Guess it happens
Now that you know
again.
the outcome.
Because now there's like a real receipt. Like, I mean, my wife and I have been having sex since we were 15 years old. So we had 30.
It's so fucking hot.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, sometimes I just go through the memory box and Jay out to her 15-year-old. So then, but we spent 18 years not trying to have, or trying not to actively have a child,
Right.
and then now we have one, and now I understand that I'm loaded.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
frightening experience to go into something like that. Like, I feel like I'm.
By the way, Chris Raw Dogs it, and you
Yeah,
say
buddy.
you come in, all right?
I have not gotten anyone pregnant ever, and I'm pretty sure.
And he only.
But you don't even pull out.
No, I
You
mean,
raw
look,
dog
I
and
mean,
leave it
even
in.
with every woman I've met, even weirdo Tinder women, I always just left it in.
Really?
You drop bombs?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Maybe
drop
you're
bombs.
shooting blanks.
It's just-
Yeah, that's what
I'm
we're
pretty
thinking.
positive from
Gotta be.
independent research. I'm fucking dropping blanks. Yes.
All right, I'm looking this up, Chris.
Yes, Ron.
And it says bladder cancer.
Oh,
That's only cause.
Really? That's
the
it.
only
There's
cause.
nothing else. That's the only
Literally
thing.
no other possibilities.
Oh God!
Wow.
It hurts.
That's tough to find out on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But you'll be all
Yeah.
right.
Well, better to know late.
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except
Start
for get that
traveling.
good morphine. Yeah,
Like
start traveling.
like you've always wanted to.
Finally live life.
Where is this? Nova Scotia? Really, that is the funny thing about travel. Because most of the time I get somewhere and I'm like, what a fucking dump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are they got, a subway here?
Also, anywhere you travel to, you're happy to come home.
Oh, God,
I
way
bet.
happier. Way happier to come home.
Yeah, I think it's day 4 is right around the time when you're like, God, like those first couple days, you're acclimating, you're changing, you know, you're on the jet lag, and then by that 4th day, you're like, I just need this to be over. All right, I need to go back home.
Yeah.
I think I would love to be on house arrest. I think that sounds
It
like
does
the
sound
break I'm
nice.
looking for.
It's a good excuse.
Sorry, I can't come over. House arrest. You
Yeah.
fucking believe it?
Got a beeper strapped to my ankle. Can't fucking leave.
You can also kind of do a thing where you're like, and you're not allowed to come over either. That's
Right.
part of the house
You
arrest.
fucking believe these assholes?
Yeah.
They're watching the house. I remember I used to have to tell fucking people that, you know, I had different side businesses with that I was being watched just so I could get out of stuff. Because everyone's always like, you don't know how to quit. Just say, I think I'm being watched. And that's it. Everyone's like, fuck. I'll go, yeah, I'm going to lay low for a while.
Yeah.
I'm being fucking watched no matter what. And I was like, okay, thanks.
You don't want to be near me, dude.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was actually being watched, and he didn't curtail his lifestyle whatsoever.
Kept it going.
Just kept it going
Good
the
for
exact
him.
same. Got into several fights while under investigation for
Yeah.
this whole thing. He just if anything ramped it up.
Right. There's some people that none of that shit matters to. You know what I mean?
It's so weird. My friend works in the he works for the FBI,
Uh-huh.
and he does the watching. And there was a car that was parked outside of my apartment for every day for weeks in front of a fire hydrant too. And it looked like, you know, blacked out windows kind of a thing. And I texted it to him and I was like, is this a police car? And then he was like, oh yeah, it's a bureau car for sure. They can park there. And I go, what are they doing there? And then all of a sudden he goes like, what are you hiding? And I'm like, nothing. Dude. Like, you can't look at my internet history.
Oh,
can you?"
flip.
Feeney also looks like the FBI agent that they send back to high school for
Right,
an undercover
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Where people are like, that guy's a narc, man.
What's the good word, children?
Any place I can get any of that icky, sticky, mickey, chicky.
Is there a social gathering tonight
Yeah.
with pills?
Yeah.
I always thought it was funny too. Every new kid was a narc at the school, and you're like, we're not really selling enough to bring in
Warrant.
a
Right.
teen narc. You know what I mean? We're moving dime bags here. Let's be honest.
We can get a quarter ounce off these kids. Blow this fucking thing open.
Yeah, why would any kid that's moving weight still go to school?
Right. Well, that's where the customers are. But now this has been ruined by legal weed. I don't care what anybody says.
You think so?
Yes, it's taking the romance out of the whole fucking game.
It's taking the romance and panic attacks out, though.
Yeah.
So now you can get something kind of suited for you, right?
But
Have
the
you tried new? You're totally off, right?
Yeah, I'm not even going to believe any. I think that you're being sold hype when that they think they can know where this stuff is going to go.
Yeah.
You know?
The panic was such a like fun part of it, though. You know what
Sure.
I mean? When you get to meeting somebody, not sure, like you never, that
Right.
weird dance you
Oh,
and the
yeah,
drug
yeah.
dealer have to do of
Yeah.
being like, who's on the level
And then
here?
when you have to smoke with your drug dealer too.
Well, there's that.
yeah,
And
there's
now
always
you're
that.
Really
It was always in college. I felt that way
Always.
more, and and like everybody who smoked weed, I had a good 2-month run where I'm like, I'll buy an ounce and then I'll sell almost all of the ounce, but then I'll keep a little for me, and then you just end up smoking way too much of it.
Well, here's the thing. Most of those guys, for whatever reason, never wore a shirt. They would be at their house. We talk about living like it was house arrest.
Yeah.
You know? And then all that thing was like you come to the door and then they look outside. Who's in the car? It's my fucking cousin. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking bringing cops around your fucking house.
Is he cool?
I'd rather kill you.
Yeah, for $20.
Yeah.
You're selling me an eighth.
Yeah.
You're not a cartel.
Who's out there, man? It seems weird. Does he?
When I first moved to Queens, I had a delivery service number that I would call that I got through some restaurant job I worked at, and the guy was always like kind of cool, and then he went off the grid for a month, like phone right to voicemail.
Yeah.
Where the hell did this guy
yeah.
go? Green text messages. He comes back on the grid. All of a sudden, he's around. I message him. The thing used to be he would pull up in front of my apartment. I get in his car. We drive around the block, and he picks me there. This time, he's like, "All right, I'm here." I come out of my apartment, and he's like walking down the street, like looking around. And
Wearing
he's like,
a
"No, I
bright
just
green
gotta park."
weed sweatsuit.
Yeah. He's like, I just gotta park. I just gotta park over there. He's like, "Can I come in?" And I was like, "We're done here, man. You
Right, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure got pinched." And
Right.
this is
Something is weird.
Yeah.
Something's very weird about you.
Yeah.
I will also say this, though. I don't even fucking believe that the legal weed thing is going to stay that way, and I think your name's on something. Because if you look back at what Biden said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Biden was right away going back like nothing has changed, like it's 1969.
No.
Yeah, it's a gateway. He said it's a gateway drug.
You're going to have, I mean, all these things are just state stuff, so the feds can fucking go in and stop it at
Yeah.
any time. And now they got everybody's names and addresses.
But if you had a shithead son that was caught smoking crack, wouldn't you try to find a scapegoat? Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you
that's
say it was
true.
probably weed that
Right.
led him to this? It couldn't be my lack of parenting.
Right. But no one is a good enough parent to keep their kid off a fun drug like crack. Right. You know what I mean? There's nothing. I mean, there's no other experience like smoking
You
crack.
don't think
Really?
Henry and Lucille Voss were
Yeah.
exemplary?
I don't know. I mean, I don't care how many times you say it's whack.
Yeah.
It's not going to sink in.
I'll be the judge of that.
Right.
Let's see how whack this is.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing, too, that I have a problem with this dispensary is they don't also go, oh, by the way, I also have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was your weed dealer, it's not like he limited himself to weed.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You could always get coke or acid or something.
Something else.
Yeah.
There's always something. Pills,
But
Molly.
you're not going to get that
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
at
no,
these
it's,
fucking dispensaries.
It's just regulated bud. Ron.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
until
Are you a
until
narc?
mushrooms and MDMA also
Right.
reach the market.
That'll be interesting.
That seems far away, though.
Well, they're doing testing for what is it, depression and
Yeah.
PTSD and stuff like that, and it's worked on me.
Depression or
Yeah.
post-traumatic?
Yeah, probably a bit of both,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. But in terms of depression, mushrooms have like completely cleaned me out and set me on a right path for at least 3 or 4 months.
No, you just do it once and you kind of feel cleaned out for a while.
For a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
got to kind of remind yourself.
Right. Now, do you believe in the microdosing at all, or is it got to be a fucking man-sized dose?
I did it for a month,
Yeah.
but it wasn't for me. I don't know. I don't like taking something every single day. It feels too job-like. I like kind of the shock of the system, and then you wait until that wears off, and then you do it again.
If it works, it works. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. If someone even believes that works,
That might be that might be a lot to it also. Yeah.
And it might eventually become legal, which is great and stuff. But it's funny to think about these, the drug dealers and what they're. Like I was talking to my current man I buy street pharmaceuticals from, and he was just, I was like, oh man, this is great I just went to LA and all the weed it's dispensaries. This is going to be so good when it comes to New York. And he's like, yeah, not really for me, And I'm like, oh, right. Like the thing we have in common is also the thing that separates us.
Well, he should have been saving up for a small business loan this entire time.
That is true, but for him, those things are like robots are to the other people. You know what I mean? Like, robots are coming. You just try not to think about it.
They're disrupting the industry.
They're taking the unemployment's jobs.
Yeah.
It is weird now that they're telling you to check yourself out of a store and you're willing to do it. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to fucking sit there and run my own register and then leave.
And then when it's with produce.
Yeah.
And now I'm weighing things out. I'm scrolling
Yeah, the
through
weighing
list.
part. And then they know if it's not in the bag. They're like, put it in the bag. I'm like, I don't want it in the bag. I want to carry it out. They're like, get it in the bag. You're like, all right.
That person wasn't costing me any more money, and they were there
know.
for me.
Exactly.
But now they have the person that just idles around because everybody always has a problem, and they got to scan, they got to swipe their card, and you're like, well, you're here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's taking twice as long,
It's not great.
I guess one day we'll do ourselves at the TSA. We'll just go in.
Yeah.
Does it look like I'm checked through? All right, perfect.
Yeah, no bombs, right? You're good? All right. We'll take your word for it.
What is it, Chris?
I want to let everyone know Mike Cannon and Mike Feeney are in studio. The Irish Goodbye podcast is available now on Apple Podcasts and Gas Digital Network. Mike Cannon's performing at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York on Friday, December 20th. MikeCannonComedy.com for tickets. And Mike Feeney's debut album, Rage Against the Routine, that's available now everywhere. And follow Mike Feeney on Instagram at I am Mike Feeney.
Now, what have you guys been talking about lately? What's the thing that's had your attention?
In terms of on the show?
Yeah, on the show or just as friends,
Well, I just put out my debut album and Mike just recorded his first special. So we're both in this weird time. It lined up with our careers that we both had the stress and pressure of leading up to it. And then we both recorded it within, mine came out at midnight the night he recorded his, which was crazy. So
yeah, he liked to take the shine away from me.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
Mine was already recorded and releasing, but
Seemed like a lot to brag about. We should spend some time on that.
Yeah.
But who'd you record the special for?
For myself. And now there might be some interest from some buyers, but I was originally just going to put it out independently.
Smart.
And I filmed it at the Village Underground, the Comedy Cellar, which is one of the best rooms ever. I have a couple of bit parts in it from people, from Colin Quinn, Jim Norton, Bobby Kelly, Rich Voss, and Keith Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
They do a little something straight to camera for it. And basically is like 35 minutes of my material, and then that hopefully will act as the business card to lead people to buying the full hour on audio.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gonna do the Schultzian model these days.
Yes, and look, it seems like it's worked out for him.
It certainly has, yeah.
Because Lord knows no one else was going to put him out and say that he represents our company. But that's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's great to not sit around and wonder if you're offending someone. It's your own thing.
Well, there's something nice about doing exactly what you wrote down as opposed to being noted even slightly. So if it goes or if it fails, it's completely on us, which is nice
and owning
terrifying.
It. Being able to own it forever is huge, versus if you a lot of networks they own it forever, which is
I think it's always funny when they go, well, you have to type this up and send it into it. And you're like, why don't I never even do it the same way twice?
Right.
I have no idea of order or what adjectives I'm going to be using. Thought that was the whole point of doing this.
Would you ever give yourself that challenge to do a late night set?
Couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Couldn't even fucking imagine.
I've seen you recently, man. I mean, you are killer.
Yeah.
Killer. It's really impressive to watch because whatever break you took from stand-up, it's certainly completely worn off from now.
19, 21 years, I think. You want to give yourself a little breathing room.
Yeah.
But you have all these chops and everything is back and your writing is so strong. I mean, it seems like you'd be completely equipped to do it personally.
But, I mean, does it really, for everything that you have to do that, does it really even matter? Yeah,
No.
That's the thing.
It took me a year and a half to get approved for one.
Yeah.
And then the date kept getting pushed back, and eventually the booker ghosted me, and I no longer,
Right.
I never did it. So at this point, I will never put that effort into it again.
You know, doing that creep store with those guys, that's been the funnest.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like, oh, now I got why I started doing it again. You
And
know?
it's going to yield the most response because
Yeah.
you're speaking directly to fans. You guys are releasing so much content backstage, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. That guy, Homeless Pimp, that's your camera guy, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
with you guys. He shot my special. So I love that guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby, you know, has so many connections with people that work for free. And, I mean, no matter what the fucking town is, you know?
He just rips 3 of the 17 producers from YKWd and brings them on the road, you know?
That he's not screaming at any moment.
Whoever
Mike, you're taking money out of my children's mouth. Why would there be money in their mouth? Bobby, what are you screaming about?
Whoever's shivering the least
Yeah.
the least that day brings.
I had no idea he was so demanding.
No?
I had no
Robert?
idea. Yeah.
No.
But he's crazy with people. He's fucking crazy with people. He sent the promoter out to get other food. He fucking goes, get the fuck out of here and bring back something. And I'm like, well,
God.
really, the last thing that I'm worried about is what we eat before the show.
Yeah.
This guy had to go out and get wings. Yeah, I guess he's scary to people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I started getting along with him like 6 months ago, and we've known each other for years.
Really?
Yeah, I was always afraid of him.
I
And he's
had no idea.
He's such a sweetheart once you get past everything. But he also reminds me so much of my father that I've
Right.
like PTSD talking to him in general.
Really? You
yeah,
had a tough time with your dad?
Oh yeah, him and I don't get along.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Let's go back and fuck him up. He'll never think it's me. You know what I mean?
You want extra work? I'll pay.
Yeah. Like, you just had to look over. Chris was
Yeah,
going
let's go. You don't have kids.
Chris
Let's do it.
Luli. Let's do it.
Violence. It's good.
Yeah.
You have free nights just for this type
Yeah.
of thing.
And Chris, you had the same problem with your dad?
Oh, did not like my father.
Yeah.
No, did not get along. He had a drug problem, and he didn't really work.
Okay.
He had a drinking problem. And so-
Most people don't do heroin and drink alcohol together. It's a high that doesn't go together.
He loved
Wow,
it.
really?
Yeah.
I thought that was like, I kind of always felt that about like Coke and like alcohol because they
Oh no,
go
no,
together.
that's
perfect.
peanut
But then,
butter and
like-
chocolate.
Yeah.
But the thing that doesn't make sense, like one takes you up and the other takes you down, so it seems stupid.
That's why you're
It seems like a
perfectly
waste
Get in the
of-
middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Seems
This
like
is
a-
great.
So you can walk across the building with the tightrope.
Basically, you're fighting for dear life to be sober.
Right.
You do both
Right.
just to see if you can stand in the middle.
You know what's really funny is when I had quit drinking but not drugs because I thought drinking was my problem, and I would be with these friends for a 12-hour fucking run with Coke, right? And they would be like, I don't understand how you could do Coke without drinking. And I'd be like, well, it's discipline. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking, it's a one day at a time thing. But I did that with everything, and that drug was the problem, whatever specific drug I was abusing at the time.
Right.
Never realizing it's everything.
Right.
Yeah.
All
You know?
things.
Yeah.
What is sober Coke like? I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, it's like really locking in. You know what I mean? Just,
A lot of small business ideas.
yeah, I always get over like we should start a band. But a band that solves crime. Something that we can do, you know, that is going to really fucking. The ideas that you get and the optimism that you'll have for each other. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, we could do that. Like one fucking bed and breakfast leads to another. I remember once we went like this. There's not a fucking single boardwalk in Florida. You fucking understand the open market there? If you grew up in the Jersey Shore, you just think that every other beach is stupid.
Boardwalk.
Yeah. Why don't they have a boardwalk there?
Yeah.
Some places will have a pier.
I've had this conversation with many people from Philly because, of course, they
Yeah.
always summer on the Jersey Shore.
Right. Wildwood is the Hamptons to Philadelphia.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And
People
then
there
they'll-
just talk about it all year.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll be saying like, well, usually in New York, like if you go out to the Rockaways, it's really beautiful. What's their boardwalk like? There's not a boardwalk.
There's not
it's
a fucking
beach.
boardwalk.
Yeah.
Why do you go there?
Yeah.
What's the point? To be at a beach.
The
I
ocean,
don't know.
the sand, you know. Yeah.
Now it was always like senior week there, but now in Wildwood they do a thing called Irish Week, that is very kind of middle-aged, and it's just like, for no apparent reason, Irish people from Philly go to Wildwood in like October and just go fucking ape shit.
Really?
Just go fucking crazy.
And it's not a young crowd.
I know. No.
That's brilliant too, because
Yeah.
it's like you got to think the beach season's over. So
Yeah, the
they're-
beach
they're-
season's
Irish
over. You
people
probably
don't
get
like
in.
sun.
Yes,
Yeah.
they despise sun.
That was a Coke plan. That idea.
Yeah, that was a Coke plan that worked out.
Under the shroud of darkness, we'll drink.
All right, let's guess with Earl. Has he ever been to a beach before? I'm going to say no.
I don't think he's been near enough to the ocean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could probably see it from where he was, but
Yeah.
I don't see him on the sand, like on a blanket.
I think he's going to ask us if a pond is a beach.
All right. Earl, what do you got?
I have been to the beach.
What beach?
I've been to Jones Beach, Reese Beach, and Coney Island.
All right. Now, have you gone in the water?
No, I have not.
Okay.
You never been in the ocean?
I cannot swim. Yeah, so water freaks me out a little bit.
Man, that's weird. No
it would
jokes
freak
are
me out
coming
if I
to
couldn't
mind.
swim too.
Yeah, that seems to be a good fear.
Yeah.
If you don't swim.
Yes, I remember as a kid, I think I got dunked a couple of times.
Everybody got dunked.
And I freaked out.
It's
And
part
I
of the
just-
fun.
And I never
Everybody
went back
always
in.
blames their older brother.
I blame it on my grandmother. We went down to, I was like at some community pool that had a slide on it, and I couldn't swim yet, and my grandmother's like, well, we'll go down together. You go in front of me, I'll hold you between my legs while we go down the slide, and then I'll catch you. But what ended up happening was she started going backwards because of the inertia of the thing, and she ended up just sitting on my shoulders at the as I was at the bottom of the pool, just going like this, and her head's above the water, like, where's Mike? Just below, just screaming. But
Now, at the time, I bet she didn't go, oh, this is going to be traumatic for him.
No.
But
Yeah,
all
this'll
these
be
years
great.
later, you're still fucking talking about
yeah.
it. Fuck, man.
And
it
I'm
was
glad
weird.
she's dead.
It was so fucking weird.
I had a thing happen to me at Jones Beach when I was 5 years old. I was like wading out into the shallowest of water, but I got hit by a wave, completely knocked off, and then kept getting tumbled by waves after it. So
Sure.
I couldn't get up. My breath, couldn't catch my breath. Just getting beaten by waves. And then I come up finally, thinking I'm gonna die, and my dad's entire side of his family is pointing and laughing at me from the sand, and I'm
Yeah.
5 years old, just pretty much scared of water for the rest of my life.
So you're still scared?
No, I'm fine. I mean, I'm scared of going deep in the ocean, but I'll
Right.
go up to my nips.
I love the ocean.
Yeah.
Anything but night swimming. That to me is a fate worse than death.
I agree because
Night swimming is
yeah,
scary.
night swimming. You could even be in a fucking lake or a river, and if it's nighttime, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
was
yeah.
that? What
Even
was
in
it?
a pool, it freaks me
Yeah.
out.
Well, because I like swimming. I even like the beach, but I do have that thalassophobia or something when you think about like where the water becomes darkness, when you stop having visibility. So like the ocean at night.
You knew
or
that
just, like-
phobia
What
off
was
the
that
top of your
called? That
head?
was a phobia?
No, I read that that's what it is called.
You know where it
No,
comes from, right? Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that thing came in through the dark.
Look at that
It
shit.
was just coming.
Go ahead, look at those pictures.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Like when you just like no longer have visibility. Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
That's like the Meg.
One time we were on a boat
no.
and my fucking shirt blew off. So I dive off the boat after it and went like swimming down. I could see the shirt, and then we were just suddenly surrounded by darkness. Like just all the lights stopped coming in, and I just started fucking swimming up as fast as I can. Now it was probably only like 6-8 feet, but it felt like
Right.
I was like 80 feet deep.
I had the same thing. I was like somebody lost a flip flop, and it was like in a lake. And I was like, oh, I can get that. I can definitely swim down. And as I'm picking it up, I'm looking at the distance of like visibility, and I was like, I fucked up. That was stupid.
How about this? We do it. We could shoot this as a video and put it out and go viral. You tie a fucking anchor to your fucking feet, both feet. You get a knife. We throw the anchor up. You're following it. You got to cut
Yes,
it and come
yeah.
back
Like a
up.
magic trick.
Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of those
Yeah. That's
videos.
Did they do
Yeah.
that on Fear Factor?
No, I don't know. Did they?
It sounds
Just
like
trying to drown
Yeah.
Maybe
someone?
on
I
the
don't know.
ludicrous
I don't know if
version,
they
but-
approve
First, they
that.
would put a bug in your mouth, tape it, and then throw it up. I remember I knew that the world had turned nuts when everybody was mad that somebody didn't eat something on Fear Factor. Like, did you fucking watch last night? And they wouldn't eat that bug's nutsack? And you're like, why would you do that for money?
They could
You know
have
what I
won
mean?
$5,000 for that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, before tax.
Yeah, and I'm like, everybody, my whole society has changed now.
Yeah.
Because it used to be if somebody said, do this for money, you'd be like, fuck you. I'd rather fucking knock you out while I'm starving.
Well, it is
than-
funny that people think that leads to fame. And can you, like, this many years later, can you name one person that did Fear Factor? People are like, I'll be famous and I'll get money and I'll be on TV.
I can't tell you who the Survivor people are, any of that.
One of them
Remember
just
Hatch,
got.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Richard Hatch, that's it.
And he got, he ended up going to jail over it. You know?
He did, yeah.
They got him good. He was in with Dahmer. It was him and Dahmer were in the same fucking cell. Richard Hatch and Dahmer.
No way.
And the Fire Fest guy. The Fire Fest. was in there.
And Martin Shkreli.
Yeah. It's so weird. The more I think, I have more bad memories in open waters than I do in good. The more I'm thinking, the more I'm looking at these pictures, I
Look
was
at
like,
this one of the baby in the lake a little bit farther down.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know why that makes me
Yeah.
so sick to my stomach to just like.
I mean, I almost drowned. I got taken out by an undertow and almost drowned surfing. I got stung by a man-o-war jellyfish and felt like I was dying. It's been.
What about pools? Don't you have good pool experiences?
I did, except for I had an above-ground pool because my family was, we had
White
Long
trash.
Nice.
Island trash. Yeah, so we of course it wasn't heated, but we had one of those solar covers that you put over it, and we used to jump in the middle of it, and it would kind of like soak you into it, and you'd have to try and climb out of it as a fun game, and that
It's
would
like
usually
how 15 kids a year die.
It was a lot of times very close to drowning. Yeah.
I got a hand job in my wife's pool in 7th grade by not her.
Wow.
That's cool, right?
Baller.
Yeah,
Wow.
right?
What was the guy's name?
It was her father, Mario.
But you are right. There are so many things that could have killed you when you were a kid. That you're just like, yeah, we had a crazy time.
That was fun.
How reckless you guys especially the worst is when you first, especially if you grew up in the suburbs, like driving when you first, like I used to impress women. We used to have my buddy and I was the first one to get a car. I had my cousin's inherited '88 Buick Skyhawk,
Yeah,
and
nice.
which had no middle console, so the person in the passenger seat could essentially touch the pedals. I would recline my seat onto the girl behind me's lap and like look up and talk to her while driving with my feet, and then my buddy would be steering the car, and I'd be like, "Look, a fun trick of us like no look driving," and they'd be like, "Ah, come on, you're crazy!" And they never even were too scared.
No.
They were like, "You're nuts," and we're like,
No.
"We're invincible." And it's like it's been insane.
I love how your memory is they're not scared, but they're having this conversation with a therapist right now.
But I remember being in cars with drunk people and not worrying and not,
No.
Right.
That's the old Attell joke, right? He's like, what's the worst that could happen? You hit another drunk driver, you both get out, high-five each other.
We used to ghost ride the whip. It seemed like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of kids died that way.
Yeah.
I think.
What was that?
That's like when you get out. There was a song called "Ghost Ride the Whip," which we would play during it, and so like you put the car. I guess you put the car in neutral. Is that what you do?
Well,
like,
you have to be going a little
Right.
bit, yeah.
And then everybody hops out of the car while
Oh,
it's
yeah.
rolling, and then dance. They kind of brought it back
Oh, yeah.
recently.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
I've never seen Ron have both a fatherly and co-host look on his face.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, let's go with this.
I like that in this video, at least, they put the hazards on, which was
Nice.
Yeah,
smart.
watch
is
out,
safe.
everybody.
Yeah.
Here we come. But
Even
somebody
that-
did lose their footing once, and then grabbed the door, and then afterwards you got in the car and we're like, "Hey, you could have went under the wheel, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he would have died."
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're like, "Oh,
It's really
all right,
heavy.
This
We would-
is it's not smart."
We would do donuts with all of us alternating, being on the roof, holding on to the
Right.
car while doing donuts,
Yeah.
like without even thinking about what could possibly happen if they fell off. It's just.
Well, you're
reckless.
holding on to a roof. You should be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I like how I was like, we were kids and we would do dumb things, but then in this video, a lot of these are grown men.
They're like
Ghost
40,
riding the whip.
40 years
I mean,
old.
we had the excuse of being children.
Man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they tried to bring it back a year or two ago and call it something else. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is Ghost Riding the Whip,
This,
guys. We've done this.
Most of these people were killed in drive-bys. This was the least dangerous thing
Yeah.
about growing up in their
This
neighborhood.
was family fun. My friends and I in high school in like our senior parking lot, we used to just intentionally hit each other at like 5 miles per hour. We just pull out of the driving,
Laugh,
just
gotcha.
slam into each other. It's like, oh yeah, our parents paid for this.
Yeah, got you this time.
By the way, when Ghost Ride the Whip came out, one of the lyrics was like something, "Let's go crazy. Who's that driving? Patrick Swayze." But he wasn't dead yet. That was a movie Ghost reference.
Wow.
So now it kind of didn't age well because it's like
It
they
aged
weren't-
better. If
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think
double play on words now.
You know, Demi Moore said he showed up one night.
No kidding.
Really?
In
Yeah.
her book.
Yeah, she said in the book, she goes, she was sitting there and just saw a penny going in up a door. And she goes, Patrick. And then I think some of his face appeared a little bit when he was getting it. What a weird movie.
I know, but
And
I cry like a baby to this day. if
I haven't
see
seen that movie in so long, but
It's
now as I rethink about it, remember the guy who was the bad guy who killed him?
Mhm.
He was playing with you when you were a little.
He's a comic, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
and heroin.
That's
doing
right.
Comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't drink though.
No, did not drink.
We were dancing together.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
dancing with that scary, frightening man.
Yeah.
And he almost
Willie Lopez?
fell over on
Yeah,
you
Willie
several
Lopez.
times.
All I remember of his act was he would say, "Don't give the money to me, give it to him."
Oh, I thought the white guy was the comic.
No,
No, him.
this guy was a
shit.
comic. He was one of the comics too. The Puerto Rican guy. Yes.
Mhm.
He was one of the guys that could make big money just in Washington Square Park. There was a couple of guys
Yeah.
who would just do crazy comedy, can bring in like 80
Oh, that's
people that would
cool.
throw a buck a piece. And like he would make more money than that doing that than
Yeah.
anywhere else.
The neighborhood that he lived in that movie, that's
Yeah.
like basically depicted to be hell on earth. That's where I live right now.
Yeah, isn't that? I always Scorsese made this movie. I think it was
After Hours?
After Hours, the name of it, and it was about trying to get out of Soho after midnight, like frightening.
Hysterical.
And I'm like, first of all, you're 20 feet from the village.
Yeah.
You don't have to be as scared as you are. And every one of these places is going to be worth $18 million in another 10 years. Buy, goddamn
everything.
it.
Speaking of which, remember her loft in Ghost?
Unreal.
Like maybe one of the best apartments in the movie.
I feel like Ghost hasn't been on fucking cable in like 20 years. It's one of those
It's probably
movies.
on Lifetime right now.
It's so
Yeah, I'm going
good.
to watch
One of
it now, though.
It's so good.
Or
I
like-
still cry like a baby.
Or like the Oxygen Network or one of those.
And Patrick Swayze wasn't gay, right?
No, he was not gay.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm a dancer
Yep.
and I'm a tough guy. And everybody bought into whatever he did. But he wasn't even a good actor.
And
You were
then-
never like Swayze nailed it.
By
You
the
know,
way-
but
Not
he
in
could do
Point
anything.
Break?
Yeah, definitely not in Point Break.
But then here's the thing. Then he does Tu Wong Fu, plays a drag queen, and just like wears heels
Found
and
his
just like.
voice.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was like that was very natural for him.
Right. Yeah, he could go anywhere. Fucking Swayze. Anywhere but cancer. Fuck.
Ghost Ride the Whip.
Ghost ride the whip, motherfucker. That's what we say when anybody dies. We'll just pour out some beer. Ghost ride the whip, my man. Chris, you tell me this is the end of the show?
It is the end of the show.
Wow.
Mike Cannon and Mike Feeney, the Irish Goodbye podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts and Gas Digital Network. Mike Cannon's performing at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York, Friday, December 20th. Go to MikeCannonComedy.com for tickets and all his dates. Mike Feeney's performing at Union Hall in Brooklyn this Saturday, December 7th. MikeFeeneyComedy.com for tickets and all his dates. And Mike Feeney's debut album, Rage Against the Routine, that's available now everywhere. And follow Mike Feeney on Instagram at I am Mike Feeney, and follow Mike Cannon on Instagram. I am Mike Cannon.
All right, let's not wait so long next time, guys. Let's do this again
Love
soon.
coming here.
Chris,
Thanks for
that's it for us. Nothing to plug, nothing to say. All right, peace.